Paulie, can we make a longer intro for mornings like this? One that lasts maybe, 15, 20 minutes. Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you. Ben and Woods, 97.3, The Fan. Pleasure to be here with you this morning. To be honest with you, I fell asleep in the ninth. Dead asleep.
Oh, you fell asleep?
Oh, yeah.
Did not realize
you
that.
walked into me watching the end of the game.
I did, and I'm going, well, he already watched it once. Why is he Why is he putting himself through this again after he watched it last night?
Fell dead asleep. They were in my ear. I had actually put Don and Tony in my. I could not stay awake. I just got back from baseball practice, put the kids down. I was exhausted, and I'm laying there and I'm watching the game, and it's exciting as hell. And I'm like, oh God, it's kicking in. Then I go, I'm going to listen. I'm going to let Don take me out, and I was asleep within 30 seconds. And I woke up to Vietnam on my Twitter. Like, it was absolutely insane. I'm like, whoa, what happened? Everybody's super emotional. They're yelling at me. And listen, we're going to talk about all of that today. Certainly. But yeah, no, I'm not. I'm going to give you what I got. I'm going to give you the energy that I have. You can have it. And then once it's done, it's done. I'm not staying up and fighting to watch this baseball team of all baseball teams. Right? So that's where I'm at. And I had a couple people in chat like, I'm lucky I fell asleep in the eighth. I made it one more inning than that, but I was absolutely cash last night. Woodsy, that's Paul Reindl. He's the executive producer. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. Benjamin Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins us as well.
Yeah, I think the correct word for last night is agonizing.
Yeah, it was agonizing.
That game was agonizing. We've seen a lot of frustrating games. We've seen some bad games. That one was agonizing.
Getting your teeth pulled?
Yeah. I mean, you can certainly lose way worse than 5-3 in 11 innings.
Sure.
You can get bodied. You can never be in it. We've seen games where the Padres get 3 hits.
Yeah.
They got 12 hits. They got 20 runners in scoring position.
Crazy.
That's why last night's game was so agonizing.
Yeah, it was,
because you were so close so many times.
Yeah, it was literally a pop fly away a couple of times, and I think that's what just sticks you. Yeah, we saw the video of the fan going at the Craig Stammen and Steven Souza last night. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about Manny Machado. I said to Ben this morning, I go, I'm getting the sinking feeling in my stomach that I have backed the wrong horse, and I said that's never a good feeling. And when you lose me or start to lose me, that's a problem. That's a big, big problem. And it's not just performance. It's such a hard game. It's such a hard game to play. I understand poor performance. I do. What is hard for me to get my head around is the extracurriculars lately, right? Of just some of the things that have been said, and it's tough. It's tough. I literally have a cat named Manny Meowchado. I have a giant Manny. You know those the big flags that hang on the light poles? Yeah, dude brought me that. I have a Manny Machado one hanging in my garage. Both my kids are huge Manny fans. They both wear 13. I love Manny. But I'm like, hey, dude, you need a complete 180 right now for all of it. Everybody comes to that point in life. Every man comes to that point in life where you have to take a good, hard look in the mirror and say, I need to make some changes.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing
that's agonizing about the game. Yesterday, Manny would have been the hero of the game yesterday if it just ended in the ninth. No, even if he doesn't, if the Padres score on a sack, a bunt, or if that ball doesn't fall, if that ball falls in on Jace Bowen's bat and Manny scores the winning run, he's 2 for 4, RBI, made a great defensive play. We're talking this morning about, that's the exact kind of game Manny Machado needed.
Yeah.
We needed to see something like that from Manny to get him going. Multiple hits, RBI off Chase Burns, one of the nastiest pitchers in baseball. That's what we've been looking for all season long. But, of course, the baseball gods don't work that way. And, of course, they set Manny up. So now, instead, we are talking about Manny Machado not coming through in another big spot. Manny Machado not getting a runner home from third with less than 2 outs.
But it's not just that. It's what's happened in the last week or two, right? The analytics stuff, all of that. It leaves a sour taste in your mouth.
He's frustrated, and he needed something good to happen it happened for
3-4
8 innings, and then something even worse happened in the extra innings that is just piling on to what has been a dismal season for Manny Machado.
Well, speaking of piling on, I don't know if he's up. I don't know if he's listening. But I had to share the story of what was that?
I don't know. Keep going.
Sounds like a heartbeat. You hear that?
I heard it.
It's like anyway. Speaking of piling on, had to share the story of our boss Adam's most recent sneaky managerial move that he pulled on yours truly.
Do you think he knows he does it, or is it just
such a good question?
You can't keep getting away with it.
It's a good question. Do I think it was calculated?
I don't know, because I know where you're going here.
I think it is. I've worked with enough managers and management to know that this was calculated.
He won't say it.
He won't say it.
But I think it was.
Okay, so a little bit of background here.
This is diabolical of him, by the way.
So a little bit of background here. Our sales staff is going out to local establishments. You may have even joined us for one of these a time or two. Watch party, right? Ben and Woods come out to your bar, restaurant. They'll hang out. We have drinks with you. We watch the game with you. We give a bunch of stuff away. We were at Park 101. We had a giveaway every 5 minutes. It was awesome. Hooked you guys up with signed baseballs and bats and tickets. So, okay. They're going out trying to sell those appearances. No problem. That is as standard Radio 101 as it gets. Here's what happens. Adam, in January, is like, can you approve these dates? So he gives us like 10 dates. And it's January. You're like, I think I'm tentative for a lot of these, but I think I'm in town for this one. And we all kind of come to the agreement on maybe at the time, maybe 4, right?
None of us had planned like a single summer vacation outside of like maybe Hawaii was on the books. But like, we were like, I don't know, man. Like, you're asking our whole summer. Like, there might be a weekend when we're out of town. I don't know.
I got 2 kids, maybe another one on the way at some point.
Like, buddy, it's January. We just got back into the swing of things here.
I think I can do these dates. You're the same way. Ben's like, the thing with Ben is Ben's like, somebody could be like, hey, my car exploded. I can't come to work. And Ben's like, cool, I got to work 19 hours today,
I'm anchoring,
You just never know.
Yeah, you need, we like doing them, but you need our buy-in before you can necessarily go and confirm a sale. Like, oh, we got a big sale. We're doing this Saturday night. It's like, but we're all unavailable. We're out of town. That's a bad day to do it. So he does need to get our buy-in and approval for dates before he can confirm anything.
So we've had a few, and there's a few more that are already booked on the calendar that we're committed to. No problem. Great.
We're excited about them.
Absolutely excited about them. We're going to be down in the South Bay. We're going to be all over the place, right? So I said, so he calls me the other day on speakerphone from the general manager's office. Hey, Peter's here too. So his boss,
on speaker,
our big boss, is listening, and he's in the room. So now he goes, are you available for a watch party on July 3rd? And I go, no. He goes, it's a company holiday, I do realize, but we have a chance to sell it. And I go, and again, both bosses are in there. He's my boss, and the other one is my boss and his boss. And I'm on the spot, and I'm like, well, I mean, if you can sell it, I guess if the guys are in, we'll be there. Now, let me take you back a few weeks before that. He walks in the studio one morning. He goes, hey, are you guys available to do the show the morning of July 3rd? And I go, no. And he goes, well, I go, Adam, we're coming back from Chicago, where we'll be spending an entire week with listeners and hanging out, hosting, glad handing the whole bit. Oh, we're also going to be doing shows that week.
4 hours.
And I said, he goes, okay, Well, I mean, serving your audience is important. So he fully guilted me into saying, yes, I'll work the morning of July 3rd.
Yeah, it was
Fine.
something like,
it is the Dodgers series.
I figured you guys wanted to serve your audience.
Right. So he's in the room with Peter, and he goes to me. He goes, look, July 3rd is a company holiday. I go, yeah, but we're working. And he, swear to God, he goes, why would you work on a company holiday? I go, because so I go through the roof. I go, did you hit your head? This is what I say to him. I go, did you hit your head?
Do you not remember that heated argument like a week ago?
You don't remember coming into the studio and saying, why don't you want to serve your audience against the Dodgers? And I go, we had a full conversation about this. He goes, oh, yeah. He goes, well, I mean, you guys said if we're in it. I go, well, we're still in it right now. I don't have a crystal ball, right? So then again, this is all in front of the big boss. And I'm Steve. I got smoke coming out of my ears. And I go, so wait a minute. He goes, well, you guys are off on Thursday, aren't you? I go, no, we're flying back from a business trip from Chicago. Flying back on a business trip doesn't mean that we are off. We're not on the air, but it is a work day. We are traveling for business. So no, it's not an off day. An off day means I wake up, I have coffee at home with my wife.
Yeah.
I grab
got my comfies on. I'm just
I don't
chilling all day.
I don't have to do anything.
We're getting breakfast with 60 listeners.
Yes.
We're getting on a tour bus and going to the beef shop.
Yes.
And then we're taking them to the airport. We're flying 5 hours. Like, that's a long day.
It's a full-on work day, longer than my work day.
And it is only because of our job that we're doing it, so that makes it a work trip.
So I go, well, we're not off. He goes, well, and then the big boss weighs in. He goes, what time do you guys land? And I go, I don't know, like 5:30. He goes, well, what if we could sell the watch party from 6 to 8? And I go, are you kidding me? You're joking me. The big boss asks me.
That's insane.
I go, so you want us to fly back, get our luggage, and then go down to X and be like, hey, what's up? Like, I go, guys, this feels a little bit like you're forcing this one. A little. And then, so I call Paulie and I go, listen to this. So I'm talking to Paulie, and Paulie goes,
I lost my mind.
Paulie lost his mind. He goes, wait. So he wants us to do the show in the morning on Friday, which is a company holiday. No one else will be working. A company holiday.
The country.
No, yes.
Nobody
July
in Odyssey
3rd.
across the country.
4th of July is on Saturday, so the national holiday this year is on Friday July 3rd.
Yeah. So I go, Paul, he wants us to do the show, go home, then drive downtown and do an appearance from 5 to 7 or 6 to 8. Paulie goes, so you're telling me he wants us to work a double on a company holiday? And I died laughing. I'm like, that looks like it.
I'm like,
again, I'm on speakerphone with the big boss. You want to look, we don't have a contract, right? Like and I think he knows that. So he's like, well, let's see how much you guys really want it. You want to work on July 3rd twice? Nobody else will be. And I'm sitting there on the phone and I'm like, I go, look, if you book that event that Thursday night, what if our flight's delayed? What if Ben loses his bag?
By the way, we landed at like 6:30.
Yeah, we landed at 6:30.
That's landing. And then you got to get off the plane. And then you got to get your luggage.
Could you guys do 9 to 11?
Right.
I just go, okay, man, like whatever you need, we'll just do it, dude. Holy cow.
All right, couple of things here. First of all, the move of being on speakerphone and
so bad.
Ganging up on you
so bad
with another superior is certainly, I don't know if that's in the managerial handbook. I've never been a manager. I don't know if they give you
100% is.
If they give you a handbook when you're trying to twist the arms of employees to get something that you want.
Like, doesn't he need to send a text message first? And maybe, I don't know if he did or not, but like, hey, I'm with Peter. Can we have time to chat? Can we call you?
Straight up call me. Oh, by the way, Peter's on the phone. And I'm like,
Secondly, why was I not involved in any of this? As though I don't matter in the least bit. I was brought into this far after it was already over.
I will tell you why. Because you are more likely to grab your ankles than I am.
Yes.
That's exactly why. And not more likely.
Getting my approval doesn't mean much is what you're saying. No. Sevens in the chat says Ben would do it.
Yes, exactly.
Third part. And
like if Adam was smart, he would have gone to you first.
I'm just gonna put myself in the seat of someone who is listening out there, radio person who is on their way to whatever their job is to work, 8-hour day, something they don't love doing. Are we not being asked to go watch a baseball game and eat chicken wings for 2 hours and get paid to do it? It's not the hardest ask in the world, Woods. This is why working with Ben sucks.
Murder you.
And this is why even if they give me a new contract, I don't know that I'll sign it right now because I
can't do this anymore.
It's like being in a foxhole with a guy and he's like, "We're over here. Come here. Here he is. He's right here. He's right here." Listen,
do I empathize with management sometimes? Maybe I do.
Too often.
You're a union busting scab is what you are.
You leave me in the trenches taking grenades, John.
Every time.
Ben.
Every single time. Well, I think we could. I know I'm anchoring.
We're going to have like 4 hours in between the event and the show.
It is different because he is like, I'm already down there. I'm already at work. Like, this is literally no skin off my back.
Yeah.
And now if you don't want to go, you're costing me money. So it's real. It's been a delicate dance for the last 8 years.
I will say the one thing that I don't have experience with, and you do, is really the old travel day as work day.
Oh, mama.
Because I have not done a ton of travel. I occasionally have done travel days for Channel 10, and sometimes they do need me to then go live and work on top of a full day of flying across the country.
It's so rare that it's kind of a fun
other
new
times
thing.
Other times it's just, all right, you get there, check in, and you'll start working there the next day. But it always counts as a work day. A travel day when you are on a plane.
You're not off.
Yeah,
right?
it's not an off day. It's a travel day is not an off day. You didn't do your normal job. You didn't
how about
go through your reports. You didn't do anything. You were traveling. That's part of your job.
Traveling for work.
That is
off
part
days
of your job.
For our job are Saturdays and Sundays most weeks.
Yeah.
And for this particular week that we're talking about, we will actually be waking up at like 3 a.m. on Sunday morning to fly for this work trip.
That's right. That's true.
Like,
it's funny, man. Again,
Sunday's kind of a work day too that week.
I haven't had like the job where you travel often for work, but like, do you travel on like Monday?
So that's
Monday and Friday.
If we wanted to do it, we could have been like, no problem. We'll just fly out Monday morning for a work trip, not do a show on Monday.
Miss that show. Fly back Thursday morning.
Miss that
show.
But we are going early to be able to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for you guys, and then we'll be off Thursday, Friday, except now I've been guilted into coming in and doing a Friday show. I don't know that anybody's going to be listening on July 3rd. Now, I don't know how big July 3rd is, but people want to sleep in, they get their day off.
I'm guessing people will be off Thursday and Friday a lot.
Yeah.
You know, most people will be off. And then we're looking at it from our perspective. We're like, okay, it's there's a Thursday night game against the Dodgers that night.
Come in Friday morning, talk about that game with our audience.
Talk about that loss.
If you're up and awake. At that point, we'll probably be 17 games out. So I don't know how much it's really going to matter at that point. But I did say, yeah, man, I love this. I love doing the show and I love serving the audience. But that does seem a little bit overkill. And I kind of hit him with which one would you rather have? Pick one. You want me to do the show on Monday or on Friday, and then you want me to do the appearance? Because I can do one. I can do both. I probably will end up doing both if they sell it. But I just thought it was really funny how it was presented.
Company holiday means time and a half and talent fee and a half.
That's right. That's right. I don't think it works that way. So I just go. Let me know which one you has priority, and I'll probably end up doing both. So can't wait to announce our watch party Friday, July 3rd somewhere.
I already told him I'm not doing Friday morning.
You won't do Friday morning. Paulie's not doing.
I stood on principle and like Ben over here.
So we'll be here. You and I.
Company holiday.
Going to be an easy kind of F-off day anyway after a 14-1 loss to the Dodgers. What's there to say, at that point? But it was, I think.
You're making it sound so enjoyable.
I know. I do think the funniest part of it all was hey, Peter's on the phone. So I need you to be your normal diva bitchy self and do it in front of him.
I love your optimism. You think it's going to be a painless, just 14-1 loss. You know how it's going to go.
I know we'll lose by 1.
They're going to have every chance in the world to win the game, and then we're going to show up and go, how on earth did they let that one get away? I mean, that's one they should have had, and I can't believe that we're talking about another agonizing Padres loss.
I can't believe we're talking about another agonizing Adam Klug phone call either. Let's see. You guys are off that day. He did hit us with this is my other favorite bit. When he came in to pitch that July 3rd show, he goes, I'll give you guys another day off later in the year. And I go, will you, number one? Because anytime we're like, hey, we're off. He's like, why? Where are you going? What are you doing? I need you to submit your plane tickets to make sure that you're really going where you say you're going.
He's literally like,
insane.
He's one step
insane.
away from the principal in Ferris Bueller, speaking of Chicago, where he's like,
that's exactly right.
All right, just roll her old bones on down here.
Roll it in. Roll her in here. I want to see it. You produce a death certificate, you're allowed to take a day off if you're Ben and Woods. It's crazy. It truly is crazy. Do you have to take that day off? Yes, I have to take that day off.
He made it sound incredible. Like looks like if we don't get the 4th of July off, that we won't have another day off ever again. I'm like, what do you mean you'll give us another day off? We can take another day off.
We're allowed
the
to
rest
take
of the year.
It's incredible. You gonna give me a freebie? There's no vacation days here.
Adam Klug, this is Mr. Peterson. Woods and Ben need to take the day off. They had a death in the family, and we're tragic. We're broken up about it, and they need to take the day off.
Sure. I want Paul to meet me in front of the studio in 5 minutes.
He is like, dude, he is literally, he's like no one else I've ever met in my life. He's like, can you do this? Yes, I can do this. Can you do one more? Fine, I'll do one more. How about 3 more? Yes! It's like, you makes you bang your head against the wall. It's so
and
funny.
then finally, after he beats you down and you've committed to like 8 more appearances, it's thanks.
Yeah. Thanks.
I just realized in this entire Ferris Bueller analogy, I'm Ferris's sister, aren't I?
No, that's me. The bitchy one. Yeah, I'm the bitchy one. No, you're
not Cameron.
Oh, he's definitely Cameron.
Am I Cameron?
Yeah,
I'm Cameron.
We're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah,
Cameron still goes along. You're Ferris. I'm Cameron.
Yeah. It's a very delicate balance trying to like Paulie said, stand on business and then having a bird in your ear going, well, it's actually not that bad. We're gonna make money. We're gonna get to eat wings and stuff like that. But it's just,
I did say I'd go to the appearance if we have one.
It's way more fun to go and hang with the tier ones than do a 4-hour radio show on a holiday. I'll say that.
Yeah, that's true. Well, for me though, you get it done and you're done at 10. You know, you're done at 10.
I'll say when the Padres are getting bodied by the Dodgers, the last place I kind of want to be is with a bunch of people like, hey man, can you believe this? Hey,
it's happened.
Hey, on your shoulder. Hey, what are we doing here?
We've done the Dodger series before. And it's like grand slam, Max Muncy in the first, and it's like, oh, we got 1 hour and 56 minutes left to go before we can go home. But yeah, listen, just a little levity for a morning this morning. Do you guys feel, let me ask you this, being that we're in a contract negotiation, we're a little late, but who cares? Being that we're in a contract negotiation, was this one big test?
About our willingness to play ball.
Correct.
I'm sure everything is part of the overall evaluation.
I felt it. I did feel it. And so I found myself going, all right, whatever you need.
Was that a smart tactic by them then to piss us off?
I don't know. They're putting our feet to the fire.
Guess it depends who has all the leverage in the world.
That's true. Well, my phone's ringing off the hook. I'll tell you that right now. Fielding offers left and right. So,
all right,
tread lightly.
You ready to get on with this?
No.
This show?
You're
not really ready to get on with this show. I don't know that anybody is, but we had one of the longer games of the year last night, certainly, with plenty to talk about. We will get to all of it on a Big League Wednesday. Tell you what's coming up, set the menu for the program, all coming up with Ben and Woods after our first time out here. Don't go away, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. It's Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, San Diego, an incredible place to live. Been here my whole life, but let's be honest, it's not getting any cheaper. Housing, healthcare, taxes, groceries, it all adds up. And when people start thinking about retirement, one fear rises to the top for all of us. What if my money does not last? That's where Trajan Wealth comes in. TRAJANwealth.com. Trajan Wealth's fiduciary advisors help bring people retirement strategies designed for today's reality, factoring in inflation, market uncertainty, and the real cost of living right here in San Diego. I had one of my colleagues at Channel 10 yesterday ask me, yeah, absolutely. I've gone with Trajan, and they have given me some great advice so far. I feel much more confident about my plan going forward. No two retirements look alike. So Trajan Wealth, get them started with offices in Liberty Station, Carlsbad, or Del Mar. You don't even have to go in. You can just call 855-TRAJAN1. That's 855-TRAJAN1. Or just go online at TRAJANwealth.com. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter. Dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth LLC. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
so let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee hurts.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
I'll tell you something that made me smile this morning as I was driving in, and maybe you're driving along the 5 freeway in North County right now. All the lights on. The San Diego County Fair begins today. First day, you get all the rides were spinning, and I was like, this is early, but it was 5 a.m., and I'm looking out there and going,
looks great.
Looks really good. Now through July 5th, San Diego County Fair underway.
I'll be there tomorrow.
It really, to me, that's always the official sign that summer has kind of arrived in San Diego once the fair begins.
Yeah, that's a good measuring stick, I think.
It is. We are going tomorrow. It's a tradition.
Already going.
Yeah, with our friends, the Coopers, their kids, and my kids. And we got the kids the wristbands. So it's just a free-for-all. Go enjoy. Do all the things that you want to do. Vomit later at like 6. But today is my 8-year-old's last day of school. He has made it through second grade. Not only made it through, he thrived this year. Very proud of him. Bo, if you're up and listening, very, very proud of you. See you at 12:45, and we will party after that, certainly.
That's an elite first full day of summer. is getting to go to the San Diego County Fair
So good,
with a
man.
wristband.
So good.
They didn't have wristbands when I was growing up. That was more of
the ticket.
Yeah, to get all the tickets.
Tickets
And you still have tickets, but the wristband.
Do they still do tickets?
Yeah, they still do tickets.
No,
Wristbands aren't
tickets
available
are
every single day.
A nightmare. Man.
Logistically.
Yeah.
Sounds like 4 adults.
4 adults, 4 kids.
How many children?
4
4?
kids.
Just 4?
Yeah.
Okay. So how does that work when you're like, oh, we're just gonna give them the wristbands and let them go? Do you just like let them run around?
No, God, no. I'm not.
Do you guys?
I'm not a.
Is it 1-to-1 and they can split off and go do whatever they want? Do they all hang out together and mob through the
They're all
fair?
super tight, but there are rides that the big kids want to ride that the little kids don't, and that's fine. So we'll take the little kids over to the motorcycles. You guys ride the.
They're not old enough to go out on their own at all, though.
Yeah. What?
No.
They're 8.
Right.
Who lets their 8-year-old run around the fair?
No one, I would hope. I just want to make sure that we're clear on
You
that.
think we're sitting in the beer garden like, check in an hour? That's definitely not us, dude. We do not do that. I am a helicopter dad as it gets. I'll be walking around looking for pedophiles.
Yeah, we did all the young stuff. And then as the kids got older, we could. They have like bars at the top of the racetrack that you can go to and hang out at the fair if you're an adult and want to, get away from the rides and the fun zone for a while.
No, we don't.
But your kids are too young
way.
for you to pursue that avenue.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They just have fun running around being boys. And I just was thinking, it made me smile this morning too, thinking about it.
Win a beta fish.
But I thought about the last day of school is what, and we're going to talk Padres. I just can't right now. I just can't. If I hear the word accountable one more time, it may be over for me. I thought about the last day of school and that feeling that you get on the last day of school. So I said to him, I go, what are you doing? He goes, oh, we're watching a movie. I was like, why is he even going? Right. If you're doing that, but
that was the best.
That was such a great feeling.
Oh,
you're done with all your work, the VCR set up, and the lights turn off and it is done.
Then you're done. You're like, we're not going to be doing any math. We're not doing any
school.
Science.
Doesn't seem that bad anymore. It's like
I asked him yesterday when I picked him up, how was school day? He goes, amazing. I go, that's the first time you said that in the entire. I go, why? He goes, we got 3 recesses today. I was like, all right, it was awesome.
My school in Washington always, whether it was elementary school, high school, whatever, our schedule was always, we started after Labor Day.
Right.
And so we got out like June 20th, somewhere around there. Like the 3rd week of June was when summer would start. Since moving down here, I've learned that most kids here now start in like August, which is just, I can't even wrap my head around that.
It's incredible is what it is.
But then you get out in May or early June. So I get it. It all works out. But for me, it was like the whole month of June was pretty much an F around month.
Yeah.
Like in elementary school especially, it was like, dude, all your projects were done at that point. Now it's just like they gave us class time to like sign each other's yearbooks and stuff. You know what I mean? Like
it's a total.
You're just hanging out, watching movies.
Hanging out.
You're wearing shorts because it's hot out. It's summer. It was the best.
It's the best. And then you wake up the next day. That first day, you're like, oh my God, I don't have anything to do. It's just the greatest. Unless your parents had you in like some weird camp or you had to like go with some sitter all day. You're like, all right, I missed school. But I did tell my kids, they're getting older and they fight a lot and they butt heads, right? Like your boys probably did too. A lot of kids do. I told them the other day, I go, if you can choose the kind of summer you have. I have so many, I have nothing but time. I will literally ruin your life if you guys keep this up. If you guys keep beating each other up, pushing each other down, being disrespectful, it's over for you guys. Have you ever heard of Navy SEAL training? Because I will whittle it down, pare it down for an 8-year-old, but I'm going to get a log in the backyard that you're going to do, walks with. And it's up to you guys. It's literally up to you. So the last few days I've had them outside because they've been terrible. I have a big bucket of wiffle balls. And if they're bad, I kick the bucket over. I tell them to pick up the wiffle balls. They fill it up. I walk up to the bucket, kick it. I go, do it again. I had them out the other day, sobbing, both of them, picking up wiffle balls. It's picking up wiffle balls. It's hardly capital punishment. But they fill the bucket up. And I go, oh, that looks good. Boom, do it again. And Taylor's, I go,
I might cry if you did that too.
I'm like, this is what your summer's going to be. I'm just telling you. You have turned me into the Joker now. It's over for you guys. So figure it out. It's a game I call again, and we're gonna do it again. Oh, here we go. Do it again. Yeah, it was great. It's great. So it's up to these guys what kind of summer they want to have. They can have the life of leisure and just be good. We don't ask much. Be kind. That's it.
Well, speaking of again, we're going to get to some Padres baseball talk here. It's probably going to take us 2 segments to at least to wrap up last night's 11-inning agonizing 5-3 loss to the Cincinnati Reds. We'll have our crap up at 7:20. Don't do this. At 7:35, Brett Boone will join us on a Big League Wednesday. All guests appear on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bang Banking, it's better. I want to ask Brett, a longtime Major League Baseball veteran, all-star hitting coach, 2-strike approach, to runner at third with less than 2 outs approach. What should be the right way to go about things here in the modern day of baseball? And if the Padres are doing it in the wrong fashion, talk to Brett Boone at 7:35. 8 o'clock hour, we'll play some Take on Woods at 8:20. MLB Reach Around had an unbelievable moment for a rookie making his Major League debut yesterday. Did you already sell any of his cards after one day?
Ring it.
9 o'clock hour includes our round report and more. We got early Padres baseball today at 1:10 with a 12-10 first pitch homestand finale against the Cincinnati Reds. It is all coming up. Ben and Woods is brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Padres crap up and probably a tough discussion about this team coming up after a check of traffic on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
In San Diego, the 94 westbound, a slow drive getting onto the 805 northbound. The 805 northbound sluggish between the 94 and the 15. I'm Sam Tidrick, Odyssey, San Diego traffic.
Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort Block Party Saturday, June 13th. Kick off summer at Hamul Casino Resort with the Players Block Party, Saturday, June 13th. Score $20 free play, free food, and so much more. Visit HamulCasino.com for all the details.
It's a shame if they lose.
You got a problem.
How did things play out in yesterday's game?
Supremely stupid.
It's time for the Padres
crap up
with Ben and Woods. Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Hey, player, here's something to cheer you up. The rooftop pool's open, day passes are available, and the spa is calling your name. Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
We'll give it 16 minutes of salt, and then we'll, get back on the pump and figure it out.
This game has got to come to an end.
It's here, lined into left center field. That'll get down into base hit. That'll get McClain home. Merrill plays it on a hop, sends it in. An RBI single for Tyler Stevenson, and the Reds go ahead 1-0. First pitch to Jackson, ripped on a line up the right field side. That is a fair ball. Going to bounce up into the corner. Steer over to get it. Fernando racing around third. He's on his way. He's going to score. Merrill head first into third. An RBI triple and a 1-run game. And Machado reaches for it, lines it up the middle into center and a base hit. Merrill will come in to score the tie the game. Manny Machado RBI single, and it's 2-2 here in the third. The other way today. Suarez lines this one fair beyond the dive of Machado up the left field line all the way into the corner. Steer will score easily, and Eugenio Suarez, first hit of this series, a go-ahead RBI double here in the 10th inning. The Reds are back ahead 3-2. Taylor swings, hits it up the middle into center. That's a base hit. Sheets is rounding third on his way. Myers' throw to the plate is on its way. It's cut. The game is tied. Samad Taylor, and it's 3-3. Swung on, sent in the air to center field, straight away and deep. Merrill's going back, still going back at the wall, looking up, and it's gonna go. Sal Stewart, a 2-run home run here in the 11th inning, has put the Reds ahead by 2. 5-3 Cincinnati. His team leading 13th of the season. 1-1. Maxwell deals. Jackson swings, sends it in the air to shallow center field. Myers coming in. He's there. He makes the catch, and the ball game is over. Clunky one here tonight between the Padres and Reds. And in 11 innings, Cincinnati wins it 5-3 as Zach Maxwell collects his first major league save, and Sal Stewart's 2-run homer in the top of the 11th is the difference on a long night here tonight.
How disappointing is this one in that it felt like you had multiple opportunities where you could have won?
Yeah, multiple opportunities where we could have won, definitely, for sure, and we didn't get the job done. They're sitting in the other dugout trying to get us out in that same situation and hoping and praying that they can get it out. And
tonight they executed and we didn't.
It's not the first time you guys have had some opportunities lately and haven't been able to cash them in. Earlier in the season, you were. What have you seen kind of as it's started to maybe go a little bit more this way? What have you seen from you guys on that?
I think, we're obviously pressing like in any of those situations, and, we're trying to break out. Everybody wants to be the guy that breaks out, and, maybe we're trying to do a little too much in those situations, or maybe we're not trying to do enough. I don't know. We got to keep talking through it and keep coaching them up and keep practicing those situations too, out on the field and in the batting cage.
And what have you noticed from Manny in those spots? Because in the past, he had obviously been excellent in this season. He just hasn't.
Yeah, and I'll put Manny in those situations tomorrow, the next day, the day after that, the rest of the season. I trust him more. I trust all of our guys, but I would put him in that situation over many, many, many others. And I'm sure other managers would do the same thing on their team. But for me personally, nobody I'd rather have at the plate.
I can think of a few right now as it's currently going.
Like today?
Like in today's game, there's others that I would rather have at the plate right now. But, it's that opportunity there last night is the reason you pay an exorbitant amount of money for that guy.
Ray in the chat says, was that a threat?
It sounds like it. And I got mad at Ben. Before the show because he said, yeah, I feel like we were lucky to be in it. You're right. I mean, there's no question. When I saw the lineup, my first response was, thank God I've got baseball practice.
I mean, you had
tonight.
To chuckle.
You had
that
to.
Xander Bogaerts goes on paternity leave. Congratulations,
by the way.
Yes.
On the day that his bobblehead doll is being given away.
Priceless.
And leaves the Padres with a lineup that has Will Wagner batting fifth as your designated hitter.
I didn't know he was still in the organization.
It was by far the worst looking on paper lineup the Padres have put out all season long.
And it's certainly in probably a decade.
Against one of the nastiest pitchers in baseball in Chase Burns. I mean, I had so little hope going into that game yesterday.
100%. Again, I think, did I text you guys or somebody else? I go, I'm so glad I have practice tonight.
And then Lucas Giolito takes the mound. And he has really nothing. He's throwing like 90 with no control. I have no idea. I mean, the Padres had to do a ton of things right just to stay in that game. And while we'll get to, obviously, Manny's at bat is the thing that everyone's going to remember with runner on third and less than 2 outs. Every run matters. Like, go back to the first inning or the second inning when Matt McClain gets a 2-out walk, nobody on base, it just loses the plate. And then no one pays attention to him, and he basically walks over to second base into scoring position so Tyler Stevenson can bloop an RBI single in.
Yeah.
That run right there cost you the game. And that was one that you did not have to give up. That was bad baseball right there in the second inning. How about the top of the third inning when, once again, Lucas Giolito loses the plate, walks 2 guys to load the bases, has a chance to get out of it, and cannot make a simple play coming back to the mound, tries to hurry it, whatever he did, didn't reach down all the way, cost him a run. Yeah, he battled back, got out of the inning with only 1 run allowed. Good for him. But that is also a run that cost you the game because of the way it ended up playing out. That's bad baseball. It's a lot of good baseball. The top of the order. 8 hits from your top 3 guys. Fernando, his first 4-hit game of the season. The bottom of the third against Chase Burns. Tatis roping a single. Merrill ripping a triple. Manny coming through with the runner on third with an RBI single to tie the game.
Yeah.
One of the best things we've seen in a long time from this San Diego Padres team. That was undoubtedly good. Also very good was the work of the bullpen all the way from the 5th inning through the 9th inning. In some tough situations, getting in some jams.
David Morgan was effing
1 2/3 innings, 4 strikeouts for David Morgan was terrific. Adrian Morejon stranded 2 runners there at the end of the inning with a huge strikeout there in the top of the 6th. But the Padres continued to get chances. Bottom of the 5th, Tatis doubles, stranded at third after the 1-out double. Bottom of the 6th, Padres load the bases on a Will Wagner walk. A Samad Taylor double, an intentional walk to Miguel Andujar, the pinch hitter who had maybe the easiest day in history.
Yeah.
He pinch hits, gets intentionally walked, and then they pinch run for him.
Yeah.
Maybe the easiest work day in baseball history. Freddie Fermin, who had been your hottest hitter, comes up against Brock Burke. I didn't hate Fermin's at bat. He went the other way, hit it hard to the side of the infield. There's only one guy over there. It went right to the first baseman, and he gets the home to first double play that ends the inning. That's frustrating. It's not necessarily a bad swing by Fermin. Went with the pitch, hit it hard, just hit it in the wrong spot in that instance. So not that mad about it. Jason Adam gets out of a jam after walking the first two batters in the eighth.
Scared me to death.
Tightrope right there, but he gets through it, and then you get to the bottom of the eighth. Manny leads off with a double. Okay,
you're like, here we go. Manny is heating up.
All right, this is what we want to see, his second hit of the game. Gavin Sheets, who did not have a good game, did exactly what a professional hitter needs to do.
Pulled it to the right side.
Pulled it to the right side,
Beautiful.
Got Manny to third with one out. That is outstanding baseball right there.
That's what you want.
I mean, that is exactly what you want. Like, that game was not all bad. It was not all good. That was very good by Gavin Sheets. Then Samad Taylor comes up. And this is one of the first areas where you really second guess. In fact, Craig Stammen second guessed himself after the game because he called for the bunt for Samad Taylor. It worked the day before. Was not able to get it down. We thought he had gotten it down. Don Orsillo, the run scores. It's 3-2. We're thinking Mason Miller's coming in. Padres have had this win. No, it ticked his hand. It's a foul ball coming out of the box. Gets to 2 strikes. He's still squaring around.
Terrible, man.
He takes one on the corner. Stammen after the game said, that may be on me. He is actually swinging the bat really well. Maybe we should have just let him swing away and not been calling for the bunt at all in that at-bat.
Listen, you want to call for the bunt in that at-bat, fine. But when you get to 2 strikes, man, a ground ball gives you the lead.
Yeah. I mean,
a ground ball.
He might have taken that even if he was swinging away. I mean, it was on the corner. He didn't think it was a strike. It was. And then Blake Dunn makes the diving catch. It was a broken bat, but hey, good job. Jace Bone gets the ball in play, gets it over the infield. I thought it was the winning hit, essentially. And Blake Dunn makes an incredible diving catch. Any of those things, don't happen, and we're talking about obviously a completely different game. And we're talking millimeters from a Padres really unbelievable victory last night.
I like this tweet from Papa Francis, who's pretty smart baseball fan. I see on Twitter a lot. Says most annoying loss this year, in my opinion, was supposed to be an auto loss. Again, on paper, you look at it and you go, Chase Burns against this lineup is going to be a joke. We stuck around so long. We used all 4 of our top arms in back-to-back days, and you still lost. 3 chances with 1 out, runner at third, no runs. Need to somehow win tomorrow with probably Tio Wandy closing the game for you. So Michael King on the bump, gives you a little bit of hope, but last night was so frustrating.
When we come back, let's dive more into the bottom of the 9th inning, and Manny's at bat with bases loaded, chance to win the game. We'll get into extra innings. We got our incorporator to pay off as well. All coming up, hour number 2 of Ben and Woods next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. for one in the ninth inning of last night's game. 2-2 tie. Bring up a same discussion that we had earlier in the season. Craig Stammen addressed it, and we clearly know what his strategy is going to be. Do you use Mason Miller in the top of the ninth inning in a tie game, knowing he's almost certainly going to give you a chance to win it in the bottom of the ninth because it's almost impossible to score off Mason Miller? Or do you gamble with one of your other relievers, lesser relievers? I think as Paulie said, it's not an insult to be called lesser than Mason Miller. Everybody in the league is.
Everybody in the Padres bullpen, certainly. It's it's Mason Miller or anybody else.
And then if you do go to extra innings, you've got the best possible pitcher in baseball to strand a runner at second base with nobody out.
I do think, that what may work for the Tigers and the Phillies and other teams, it may have to be different here because of the total absolute freak that is Mason Miller. And I think that strategy, we asked Craig about it because there was a situation that happened in the year, and he's like, oh no, we've talked about it.
Yeah.
I think it's at this point, I think you should implement it because of where your offense is, right? You have a better chance with this San Diego Padres team, obviously, and all teams have a better chance of scoring with a runner on second, as all teams do. This team in particular, you have the offensive struggles plus the super freak at the back of your bullpen that can strand a runner on second, no problem.
Right.
No
problem.
I think if we go that direction, we have to make a collective promise as fans, as media, that we're not going to hit Craig Stammen over the head. If Bradley Rodriguez came in the ninth instead of Mason Miller and gave up a run and they lost 3-2.
Yeah, no problem.
And he said, well, we were hoping to save Mason for the 10th in that, situation where he strands the runner. We can't go, you're idiot. How can you leave the best player on baseball? You didn't even get a chance to go to the 10th inning. You have to acknowledge that is not only a possibility, but it's going to happen. If you do it often enough and you wait on Mason Miller, you're going to lose some games that way as well. The only question that matters is, will you win more games than you lose if you wait and use Mason Miller than you will if you use Mason Miller in the ninth inning, don't score, and now we've got our lesser, quote, relievers in extra innings in a tougher situation.
I just think for me, it's so simple in my brain where I go, all right, is it – I know I'm saying easier. I know it's very difficult, high leverage moments, but isn't it easier to pitch a clean ninth inning with nobody on versus coming in the 10th with a runner on second? I would argue that, the ninth would be easier than the 10th in that situation.
I would too. And knowing I don't have to really be a hero here. I'm not being asked to close a game. I'm not being asked to hold a lead. I get a clean ninth.
Yeah.
I got to do this like I've done in the 6th, 7th, 8th, and get us to the 10th where Mason Miller is going to shut it down.
Because you get to the 10th, your job is to prevent that run.
Yeah.
Who is the best run preventer in baseball? It's Mason Miller. So it only makes sense to use him in the 10th to me.
And again, no one is complaining that you use Mason Miller in the ninth if the Padres score in the bottom of the ninth and win the game, which they had every opportunity to do. One out single by Sungmun Song. Fernando gets his 4th hit of the game. Jackson Merrill didn't hit it hard, but hey, the dribbler worked out as an infield single. By the way, that was one of the Padres' 3 hits with runners in scoring position. They went 3 for 20. One of them, of course, didn't even score a run. It was an infield single. So bases loaded, 1 out, and Manny's facing what to me seems like a really good matchup. What's his name? Sam Mole, the left-hander. Manny's better against lefties. He's not a flamethrower by any stretch of the imagination, throws low 90s. This is a position where you expect Manny to be able to deliver. Even Manny, struggling Manny, and going, you're not going to find a better spot for Manny Machado than this one. All you need is to drive the ball 300 feet somewhere, and you will win this game. Mole decides to feed Manny a steady diet of changeups. Changeup. Gets the count to 2-2. And then goes with the fastball. It's not a fast fastball, but locks Manny up inside, high and tight, and Manny can't get his arms around on it and strikes out. The one thing you can't do in that situation, Gavin Sheets then strikes out, and he escapes the jam.
I had a friend send me the Gamecast, with the strike zone box on it for both Manny and Sheets in those at bats. They both struck out, meaning 6 strikes, but there were only actually 3 strikes.
Brutal, man.
Like it was rough.
That's part of the pressing, trying to make something happen. It's hard to be patient and just say, hey, a walk wins this game as well, because you feel like I just need to put the ball into play. We'll talk to Brett Boone at the bottom of the hour about situations like that and Manny Machado.
The interesting, did you see that graphic that came out yesterday about who's seen the most fastballs and I think it was missed the most fastballs? Manny's top of the list.
I mean, there were 6 Padres in the top 10 seeing the most hardest fastballs this year. Part of it is Padres have just faced a lot of tough pitchers. Just add Chase Burns to the list. They have faced an inordinate amount of the best pitchers in the league. That's part of their reason that they've been struggling offensively. It's not the only reason.
But the other part is teams know that they don't have to get cute and that they can throw fastballs by the quote unquote best hitters on this team.
And it all comes on the same day that Tom Verducci came out with a piece and was on Foul Territory discussing how it's not just Manny Machado, but hitters in their 30s are struggling more now, especially against the velocity that they're seeing. It's not just Manny. There's other players in the league that aren't on the Padres. Marcus Semien that are not hitting the fastball anymore. It's catching up, and the Padres have had more at bats by 30-plus-year-olds than anybody in baseball this year.
When it works, you have a savvy veteran team. When it doesn't work, you have an old, decrepit team.
And we've been seeing more of the latter than the former, unfortunately. Of course, the game's not over. Goes to extra innings. Bradley gives up the Eugenio Suarez RBI double, but gets out of the inning with just the 1 run allowed, bears down and gives the Padres a chance in the bottom of the 10th, where Samad Taylor comes through again. Kid has had a great week here. First week with the San Diego Padres, ties the game at 3. Freddie Fermin then comes up, and I will have to laugh because I was watching the game. I was home at this point, and I was watching the game on my downstairs television. My son was watching upstairs. His TV was apparently 4 or 5 seconds ahead of mine. And he had been down earlier going, wouldn't it be incredible if Freddie Fermin homered for a 4th straight day? He tried to predict it like he's going on this pitch. He didn't, obviously, earlier in the game. But I knew he was attuned to Freddie Fermin. He was like really excited about it. And I hear this, oh my God! And I haven't seen the pitch yet, but he is going nuts. And I'm going, oh, the Padres just won it on a walk-off home run by Freddie Fermin for the 4th straight day. Then I see the pitch and I see the swing, and I jump out of my chair.
High drive!
And I mean, it was everyone in San Diego sure the game was over at that point.
Yep.
I was sure the game was over.
I was this morning after I watched it live because I fell asleep.
Did you know the result when you watched it, or did you wait?
I knew they lost.
You knew they lost.
Yeah,
so you knew it didn't go over the fence.
I saw the clip.
I thought it did. I really was already celebrating at that point because of the reaction upstairs. I didn't hear the secondary, because that was quiet. But the loud part got me. I thought he had it. I mean,
Fermin to deep left! Onto the warning track, and it's caught!
Just got edged.
No kidding.
Great Don Orsillo.
So on we go to the top of the 11th inning. Yuki Matsui into the game. Fly ball to right field, moves the automatic runner to third with 1 out. Sal Stewart comes up, had been 0 for 3, 2 walks. That kid has a great eye.
He
My
does.
Goodness gracious. Guy knows the strike zone. He has had more challenges than any other player in baseball. 28 of them, I think.
He's like 27 or something.
He's gotten most of them right.
27 for 28 or something in challenges.
And, I think there's a good argument that maybe you should have walked him. Obviously, in hindsight, there's a great argument. He hit a home run. So walk would have been a much better result than a home run. The argument against it, you don't want to necessarily put that second run on base for free.
1 out, right?
1 out.
Yeah, set up the double play. That's
the argument for, clearly.
It's 101.
We have no problem giving up outs on offense. Why not just giving up a base every once in a while defensively to set yourself up?
I have no
You've
problem.
got Dane Myers, who had entered the game as a pinch hitter.
I'll take my chances.
1 for 3 was on deck.
Take my chances. If Dane Myers gets me, then Dane Myers gets me. That's it. If Dane Myers gets me, he gets me. I'm putting Stewart on. He's leading the team in home runs, I think. It's a base open. You're setting up a double play. This is a no-brainer.
It's not a no-brainer.
No, it's a no-brainer.
I don't think you've got to consider that second run is the one that beats you. The first run, all right, you get a chance at the first run. You put that second run on, that is the run that really does you in.
But that's the roll of the dice that you have to play as a manager. Like, if that happens, no one's mad about that. No one's mad about, hey, obviously we're not going to pitch to Stewart in that situation. And everyone's going to go, yeah, good call. You're not going to pitch to him in that situation. No. Base open, put him on, set up the double play, and you get out of the inning unscathed. So I don't know. You let a bad team off the hook last night. And again, you had your D lineup in there, and you're right there. You had three chances to win it. Runner on third, less than 2 outs. I don't know what you do. I really don't. I mean, you can practice these situations, but it's different in a game, obviously. And they're horrible at it. And the 3 for 20 with 20 runners in scoring position last night. 20.
The Reds were 4 for 17.
That's true.
They can make all these same arguments. Had they lost, they would have been saying the exact same thing. How did we lose that game?
It's so hard to wrap your head around. But this has been the RISP has been a trend for a while. They're just not good right now. Just not good at all.
So another thing the Padres struggled, mentioned a little bit earlier in the first inning, but holding runners, my goodness, the Reds stole 6 bases in that game. That's one of the reasons they had so many opportunities to score. Meanwhile, Fernando got caught stealing again for the 8th time. It wasn't like the worst time to run like the other day when he got caught for the final out at third base. This was trying to get into scoring position.
But do we red light him for a minute?
But he's been struggling on the base paths for sure.
It was a good time to go, I guess, but it was the result that just goes again.
Yeah,
8 times.
8 times he's been caught now. It's way too many. Especially in the modern game of baseball.
I think Jacob Marcy is above him with 9. That's it. There's your leaders. Jesus. Former Padre Jacob Marcy and current Padre Fernando Tatis Jr. The guy, when he gets on base, he wants to make something happen. But I do think, hey man, and that in that case, 2 outs, like go, just try to get it. You didn't, fine. But there's been many egregious. You guys are going to get thrown out. Ricky Henderson got thrown out. I don't care about guys getting thrown out. It's compounding with him, and it's happening 3-4 times a series, and that's not good for a struggling offense. And I get, once out of 10, they may throw the ball into center field and you're standing on third base. But these guys are pretty good too. And they work really hard to make sure that you're not swiping back. So after 8 times, you got to, hey man, going to need you to go a little station to station for a minute, for a minute, and we can open it back up here down the road when our offense gets clicking a little bit, but running into outs 3-4 times a series it's not a good recipe.
While all this was going on, Jesse Agler was also tasked with incorporating his K word into the game last night. And Paulie, he needed that whole game. It was a long game, and he needed almost the entire game to get the word in. Let's go back to yesterday and Jesse's appearance and set up the incorporator. It is time for the incorporator. We're getting near the halfway point of the alphabet. We are on to the letter K this week for tonight's incorporator. And Paulie, if you would.
Katzenjammer.
It's a German loan word that is most commonly used to describe a bad hangover.
Oh,
real Katzenjammer.
So Katzenjammer.
I feel like I have one. Katzenjammer right now.
Yeah, I know how you're feeling. So Jesse Agler, we got to like the 7th or 8th inning yesterday, and I realized, haven't gotten a text from Jesse. Not feeling too confident, and I definitely don't want to bug him right now during this game. He texted me and he goes, bottom of the 9.
Bottom of the 9th.
And I
walk
go,
off. Well, not really, but
no. I was like, I don't think we've ever had any this late in the game. So here we go. Bottom of the 9th, just the start of the 9th inning yesterday.
Bottom of the 9th inning, Padres and Reds tied at 2. And Freddie Fermin, who has homered each of the last 3 games, is going to lead off against Tony Santillan. Santillan came on to get the final 2 outs last inning, stranded 2 runners, thanks in part to a great catch out in right field by Blake Duck. Fermin tonight 0 for 3, grounded into a big double play his last time up. Facing Santillan for the first time in his career. Squares to bunt, pulls back, takes outside, ball 1. It has been a tough month plus for Terry Francona. He has woken up many mornings thanks to his bullpen with a Katzenjammer. But so far tonight, this Red bullpen has done their job. Fermin trying to ruin their night.
Perfect.
Well done, Jesse Agler.
Very well done.
He's woken up many mornings thanks to his bullpen with a Katzenjammer. But
well done.
Yeah, he's
crushed it.
Fantastic. What is that noise?
I don't know.
You hear it?
I do not hear it at all. But
I hear it. Sounds like it's that wind. That.
Well, now you're just blowing into the microphone, so I can't hear it.
Didn't they say it was Ben's microphone last time?
Yeah,
it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Great.
What'd you do?
What'd you do?
What'd I do to it?
What'd you do to it?
Let's take a time out. I'll see if I can tighten some cords or something, and we can come back with Don't Do This. Actually, I have a couple of Do This stories from yesterday, including yet another young Major League Baseball star giving of his own time. We saw it last week with Jacob Mizorowski. We'll tell you the latest, who has gotten some attention for working with the kids. Coming up next with Ben and Woods, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We Know How on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
First, gang, listen, wanted to tell you this month of June, celebrating dads and grads exclusively at Manny Sedano Ford. Now, Bo is graduating second grade today. I don't know that he's in the market for his dream car or truck yet. But soon, right? A few years
halfway
away.
to 16.
He's halfway to 16. That's right. And I know we'll head on down to Manny Sedano Ford in La Mesa, just 15 minutes from wherever you are. This June, the offers just dropped. They're big. Sedano Ford unleashing Ford employee pricing for everyone. You walk in, you pay exactly what the factory employees pay, which is pretty slick. You can score the 2026 Ford Maverick XL for just $297 a month plus tax. If you need something rugged for the graduate, grab a 2026 Bronco Sport Big Ben for just $306 a month plus tax for 36 months. Or Father's Day coming up, put dad in the king of the road. I would take one in a heartbeat. I love these. The 2026 F-150 STX, just $343 a month plus tax. Obviously backed by an incredible staff there at Sedano Ford. I've sent my family members in there to buy trucks. They are proud and local and veteran owned. Support local. Let them know Woodsy sent you down there. For more details on these offers, check out SedanoFord.com. It's SedanoFord.com.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
DDT brought to you by Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners and contractors fix it, build it, and
enjoy it.
All right, everybody wondering when and if we were going to address the video from the Padres dugout last night.
I woke up to it and had a couple people tag me in it, and I went, no. And it looks like a fan, and I don't know what, I think it was when the game was over. And a fan came down to right behind the dugout and was jawing at the team. And you saw Stammen, Souza, and then if you scroll down, there was all I saw was like a real quick video, and then a still shot of guys looking up, like, what did this guy just say? And they're going at it, and they're barking at each other. Now, I don't know the identity of this fan. There is somebody claiming to be this person. And I reached out and said, "Are you trolling? Are you trolling, or was this really you? You know what happened? What was said?" I drove in this morning thinking about it too, because I can vividly recall saying on this show many times, dude, like if you throw stuff at now, I'm not saying they did, but if you throw stuff at players and a player comes in, screams at you, I don't know. I tried to think who's in the wrong here, and I thought.
Certainly the Padres didn't do anything wrong.
If you're Souza and you're Stammen and some guy's barking, you can't engage, right? Like
and we don't know Stammen all that well, but we know him, I think, well enough to know that
whatever
I don't think, hey, you guys suck. I don't
he's
think
not,
that.
He's not rabbit-eared.
That doesn't get the attention of the whole.
They all just like, what?
I mean, we have no idea what was said.
I have no idea. None.
But the way that a lot of the guys were looking up there, to me, it sounds like the fan probably said something and crossed the line. And it's okay for players and coaches to let a fan know, you've crossed the line. Don't let that happen again.
Conversely,
though, a short clip. Can we get John Boy to read Stammen's lips?
I think he said you suck.
It looks like he says you suck, but then there's something before that.
I can't tell. Whatever it was, it ruffled their feathers. Now, of course, you got people, if the guy that's claiming that it was him, you got people saying a bunch of, you're a clown. Then you got,
I saw a lot
hell
of,
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Tell them what's up. They stink, whatever.
Thank you, King.
Yeah, and I
speaking for all of us.
And I do think it's such a hard camp, right? It's such a hard camp. Letting a player or a team know your displeasure is fine. It's fine.
They get that 162 games a year.
It's absolutely fine.
That does not bother players and coaches.
But I don't know what was said that would make those guys react that way. And I think if you're Stammen and Sousa, you probably regret.
It's certainly not the normal.
I think you regret paying them any mind. I do think you regret paying them any mind. And I don't think you can let that one get to you.
I will say, without knowing what was said, or if whoever was claiming it was them, if that was even a troll or
I asked
not.
them. I said, were you trolling? Or because somebody said something.
Yeah.
That is.
But the person that's claiming it, I also think if you're going to pull that and then say, I played baseball at an elite high school level, I don't know that gives you much credibility to talk to Major League Baseball players, and you kind of look like an idiot.
As bad as it was, I know. David just said, I was in Arizona last year, and a guy was chirping the entire game at Crony. Shilton, the bench coach, finally turned around and told him, shut up and sit down. So, yeah, I think it does happen. We obviously know the Ken Caminetti story. That's how more things should be handled, like Ken Caminetti did, even though it's very dangerous. Cammy was getting chirped, and he went and told Bochy, I'm done, and showered.
Spring training game,
put his clothes on, went and sat next to the guy and was like, what's up? I mean, the guy didn't say a word.
That's amazing.
It's incredible, and I love that story, but it also is ill-advised to do that. I don't know that you can pour gasoline on a fan's fire when they're that pissed off.
All right. Are there fraying clubhouse signs inside the Arizona Diamondbacks? Now, we have heard this before. Remember when Ketel Marte left the team for a few days last season? They tried to trade him in the offseason. Well, according to USA Today, inside the clubhouse, the players are once again starting to wonder about Ketel Marte's dedication after he took a game off against Shohei Ohtani and the Los Angeles Dodgers last week. Now, Torey Lovullo came to the defense of Ketel Marte and said, we had planned for a day off for a while. He was going to get a day off. He's been playing a lot lately.
Do you know who blew this up, by the way? The Wolf.
Oh, from Phoenix.
From Phoenix, the Wolf. I've been
Manny
following.
Machado is a turd.
Man, it was the Wolf, right? Damn it!
But
it was 8 years ago.
Turdy is as turdy does.
The implication in the story is that the Diamondbacks may once again be looking to trade Ketel Marte. Just had a walk-off home run the other day.
I'll take him.
Clearly, I mean, where there's some smoke, there's some fire. There's not all is right with the superstar player of the Arizona Diamondbacks and his own team.
They've all come out and said that's not the case.
They keep saying it.
It's the media. It's the Wolf. Sparking debate where there is none. Right?
I don't know if there is none or not.
But his own manager said he's good. He's fine.
He says that, but of course that's the manager's job to say that.
Is it the dumbest thing in the world to be like, oh, Shohei's pitching, I'm sore?
It's not the dumbest thing, but for the other players who do have to play, because you can't give everybody the day off,
right?
They can sometimes be a little resentful. Oh, he gets the day off against the Shohei, the tough pitcher, and I've got to go in there and take my 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Great, Ketel. Thanks again for showing up for us.
It's tough, man.
It is.
We have a superstar here that really likes to play every day, and most of the fan base wants him benched now. So what's the right answer? I really have no idea at the end of the day, but I do know that I enjoyed this story very much.
DD Mega Doo-Doo.
Paul Skeens was recently driving. I believe he was driving by and he saw a Little League field, and he saw a bunch of kids out on a Little League field, and he decided that, I got a pitch tomorrow night against the Dodgers, but I can go get loose a little bit, and I'm going to go out to this Little League field. Now, he didn't just pop by, lean over the fence, and sign autographs. That dude got out there and gave them coaching for 2 hours. Oops, I love the wrong clip.
I hate when that
Rarely does Paul hit the wrong button.
On a whim, just decided to stop at Ingomar Franklin Park Little League practice. He spent 2 hours signing gear, playing catch, and giving advice. What a dream for the Little League, for the parents, for those kids. They will never, ever, ever forget it, man. The night that Paul Skeens came to our practice and didn't just say, hey, what's up, fellas? Off to the park or dinner or whatever. I'm going to stay, get my glove, and go out and throw and give you guys advice. It's unbelievable.
Well,
man.
we saw Jacob Mizorowski last week open baseball cards, buy and open baseball cards with a kid he met at a card shop.
So sick.
Now, Paul Skeens is doing this with little leaguers in the Pittsburgh area. The young pitching superstars of the National League racking up the W's right now, except Skeens and the Pirates got bodied by the Dodgers last night. He actually was fine. They were, I think it was 2-2.
He left
after 6 innings.
And they brought the guy in. The guy gave up 6 straight runs without getting an out.
10-run inning, after Skeens left the game. So that wasn't on him that they lost 15-3 or whatever it was, but
it's tough.
They did not get the win yesterday against the Dodgers. The good karma didn't totally pay off, but still a good story and a good don't and do this for a Wednesday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
Before we get to our Big League Wednesday guest, it is time to give away some more tickets to KSON's NASCAR Country Fest at Gallagher Square. A week from Saturday, your chance to go see a cool show for absolutely free. All you have to do is call right now, 833-288-0973. Let's do the third caller, 833-288-0973. You're going to win a pair of tickets to NASCAR Country Fest from KSON at Gallagher Square on June 20th. You can get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. For 97.3 The Fan listeners, pair of tickets, just $97.30, all in. For next Saturday's show at Gallagher Square. Brett Boone will join us. We'll talk about Manny Machado, the at-bat in the ninth inning, and more coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 0000466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
Middle of the week, trying to get to the weekend, looking maybe for something fun to do. May I suggest taking a short trip down the 5 freeway in Chula Vista and checking out 7 Mile Casino, San Diego's closest and best card room, Woods.
I couldn't agree more, Benjamin. Just 7 minutes from downtown San Diego, from Petco Park. So, it gives you an option, man, of something to do. Great food. You can go play California-style blackjack, Texas Hold'em, Pai Gow, or Baccarat, and have a beer with your friends out on the beautiful patio. They got everything you're looking for.
They absolutely do. I love the 24/7 players menu, which includes my favorite dish of all, the Kung Pao chicken that you can get at Sammy's at 7 Mile. Enjoy one of those messy Sundays for dessert as well, one of the legendary desserts in San Diego, all inside of 7 Mile Casino. Just get off at E there. You're already on Bay Boulevard. It's right along the 5 freeway. So easy to get to. 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Better Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. We spent many of our Big League Wednesdays chatting with Brett Boone about Fernando Tatis Jr.'s struggles.
Yeah.
We can leave Fernando out after his 4-hit day yesterday, but we're going to talk a little bit about Manny Machado's struggles with Brett. We're joined by Odyssey MLB insider Brett Boone. Brett, the host of the Brett Boone podcast, featuring the most notable names in MLB and around sports every week. Insider calls are presented by Grainger for the ones who get it done. Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. And speaking of notable names, Brett, I saw you chatting with one Albert Bell on the podcast this week.
Damn. Man.
What's your relationship with Albert Bell like? Because he was notoriously
terrifying
and prickly as a player.
Man.
Don't when you just see me, don't you think, oh yeah, him and Albert are best friends?
Yeah, totally.
No, Albert was a guy. I don't know how to answer your question. It's kind of, you wake up one day, how are me and him, buddy? And we talk all the time. I mean, he's constantly texting me about just something, anything baseball. He's up to date. By the way, if people don't know, Albert's one of the smartest players I've ever played against. He's like a genius level. He does that. He knocks out the crossword, the USA Today crossword in like 10 minutes. He was an Eagle Scout as a kid. Wow. I mean, he's a real intellect, and he's smart, and he gives me smart takes, but he's still Albert, and he has his opinions. And I had him on, and I just kind of let him go. Okay, go ahead, Albert. And he'll break it down for you. But
he could flat out hit, man. He could flat out
people
hit.
People don't remember. I try to tell people.
I mean,
do you realize this guy was arguably the best offensive player in the world for the 90s. I mean,
yeah.
For those of you out there, check his bubblegum card out.
I'm looking right now.
Whoa, I didn't know it was that good. He was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I was never scared of him. You know, he had that. And I think he liked having that mentality, that fear that people had of him. You know, everybody knows from the Vina collision.
Oh, my God.
But everybody, you know, he kind of liked having that edge over you. Like everybody was a little scared. I was never scared of him. I just kind of looked at him and just had a level of respect. I didn't know him from Adam. You know, he'd come to second base and he might say hi, he might not. But to watch that guy hit, it was just like, this guy is a hitter. I want to hit like him. And yeah, he was something. But we just over the years, just I don't know, organically kind of became buddies behind the scenes. And you know, I listen to a lot what he has to say. I have to tamp him down sometimes. Go, Albert, come on, you start to sound like my grandpa talking about our generation. easy, and he'll laugh. But
I'm still trying to picture him getting all of his badges to be an Eagle Scout. Like, you just stare angrily at the sticks and make them catch fire or something. I mean,
I'll tell you what, though. I went to a game. We went to a game together in the fall. We went to a USC football game together. And he was the farthest thing from that mad, don't cross this guy, intimidating. He was like a teddy bear. I mean, the way he interacted with just fans and people and the players, it was like, that's not the Albert Bell that has a reputation of being standout. I mean, he was like a teddy bear. It was amazing to watch. I'm like, this is the guy that people were scared of. And yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good, and like I said, really smart dude.
OPS plus of 144 in his career, man. Like,
Ken brings up the moment he had hit 3 home runs.
And we didn't even care about OPS plus.
They hit him in his 4th at bat. He refused to take first base.
Yeah. Oh, he's unbelievable. He's legendary. Some of the things he did. And that's
teams,
as a
man.
player, I respect it. I'm like, I want to hit like that guy.
No question. And I think, you know, you look at this Padres team, Booney, there's not too many guys you fear in the lineup right now. There's no fear, like, personally, not a lot of edge, and certainly not a lot of production right now. You know, and again, I've said it to you before. You'll love this because you, as a hitting coach, I would have never blamed you. I would have been not defending you, but I would have said it's not his fault. He's not swinging. You know, at this point, fans are calling for somebody's head to roll right now with the worst offense they've seen in a while. It probably will be the hitting coach at some point, I would guess. But again, man, I put it on the players, man. Manny Machado's got to hit a sac fly. You know, Freddie Fermin's got to hit a sac fly. These guys are big leaguers. One's paid way more handsomely than the other, but it comes down to just a real bad lack of execution with this team.
Freddie Fermin, what do you mean he's got to hit a sac fly? He
just hits homers. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It wasn't funny yesterday. You thought he hit another one.
Yes.
I mean, he just sat there.
Totally.
He went from I haven't hit a homer my entire life to now I'm pimping sac fly or balls to the warning.
Balls to the wall.
So we got to tamp that down a little bit. Come on, it was awesome. He had a great week. He hit 3 homers. Let's run them out. Let's run out those warning track balls. Anyway, this team. I'm sure your guys are watching and kind of in awe. I mean, with the talent level and what they're doing offensively. I mean, they're 30. I was looking at the numbers, and they're 30th in just about every offensive category.
Yeah.
The defense is number 1. That bullpen is still that bullpen. And still, I'll take that bullpen over any bullpen in Major League Baseball. That being said, you got to be able to get to the bullpen. You got to get a lead and get into the bullpen, and they're just having a tough time. Tried it the other day. I mean, how many bunts in a row? I had no problem. I had no problem with it. And did you see how Cincinnati defended it? That's because we don't do the fundamentals anymore, and we're not really prepared on the other side defensively because it's not a thing. I liked it. I mean, the bottom line at this level is winning and losing games. I don't care, ugly, pretty. It's all about the W. And they did what they had to do the other day. Got a win. It's been rough sledding. They're 2-8. Still tied for a wild card position at this point in the season, which is pretty awesome with the offensive production and how it's been. They kind of pieced together that starting rotation, and it's actually been decent. It's been pretty good, all things considered. I think Buehler's been a good asset. I mean, he's a guy I started to watch at the beginning of the season. I said, I don't know how this is going to go. He's kind of find a way to compete every time he takes the ball. He takes the ball. You know, King's had a rough outing, but he's King. I think he's an elite guy. I think he's a special guy in a rotation. Giolito, I told you last week, I think the jury's still out for me on Giolito, but we'll see. But it's not that right now, and it's obvious. You mentioned Tatis getting the 4 hits last night, and this isn't a jab, but it's like it was the most inconsequential 4 hits from a superstar I've ever seen. I mean, I feel for the guy. I mean, the years he's had a great career to this point. I'm watching him, and I don't even know what to say about it. I'm watching it. It's like, all right, good chance you're going to hit a single here at some point. I just don't.
He missed the.
I've never seen it.
Single. He turned he turned an absolute hanger cookie into a single, and that's a ball he probably hits 400.
But I'll tell you what, I'll take hits. Believe me, hits are good. But at this point, it's like I need a little more production out of my star player. When you get to Machado, I don't know. Is it an age thing? Manny's had a hell of a career, borderline, and people would argue Hall of Fame career. He's got a lot of miles on his legs. I don't know. Is it catching up to him a little bit? Power's there. He's got 10 or 11 homers. But for Manny Machado to be hitting sub 180 at this point in the season, that's just something's a little bit off there. Go down the line with every guy. We were expecting a lot from Merrill at this point to be hitting 200. And I don't mean to come down hard. I've been there. I've been in their seats. I've been when it's just not clicking. I don't know what to do. And it just so happens all the guys that they're counting on in that Padres team, they're going through it at the same time. And to see some of the names last night, I'm watching the game and I'm going, who are these guys?
Yeah.
You got a bunch of guys running around. I'm going, where did he come from? So go ahead.
What's I'm sure you saw the Machado comments about analytics the other day, last Friday, and they've gotten a lot of national pub. How prevalent is that attitude amongst big leaguers? And I know, you had to change your thoughts and things when you took the Texas Rangers job, because I know you weren't just hey, let's see the ball and hit the ball, and
you became the guy handing him
the guy feeding him that information. But how prevalent are those players that are like, dude, don't tell me about any of this, I just want to go out and hit? Is that pretty prevalent still?
No.
Okay.
It's more the reverse. They've been brought up in a generation of give me what's his vert?
Yeah, right.
I don't care what his vert is. It's called a good slider, but I don't blame the players. They come up in that. It's a culture. It started with 14U baseball, and they're just hand delivered. Everybody's going to a showcase as a kid. Nobody's going to a place to learn how to win and learn how to get your butt kicked and come back from that. It's all about showcasing my skills. And when you get into professional baseball, not necessarily the minor leagues because it's about development, but when you get to the big leagues, I don't care about all that. It's about winning games. And we've talked about this a lot. It's about competing at 7 o'clock. It's not about how much vert he's got. It's not about how he's got ride at the top of the zone. That's a good heater, and he likes to pitch up. So if you're not a guy that handles the ball up, we're going to ignore that today and see if he can put 2, they call it now the top rail. If he can put 3 strikes right at the top rail, I don't think too many people can do that on a consistent basis. So let's find out who we're playing tonight, how he attacks us, what I've done against him, what he's done against me, what success have I had against this team, how have they gotten me out, and come up with a game plan tonight, how we're going to approach them. I don't care about what he does 0-2 84% of the time after the 4th inning. That's irrelevant. What did I do before the 4th inning to make it predictable how he's going to pitch me individually? Because if I take an 0-2 slider and hit it in the seats, I don't care what the percentages say the next time I come around about he's going to throw me that 0-2 slide. He's probably not going to. Yeah. And I need to know that individually. So I think we've gotten a little bit away from it. You still have the players out there, especially the veteran players. They learn that, okay, I can't just take all this data. Believe me, the data is great and I love it. But too much data mass in the masses' hands can be a detriment in the long run. So I think you have to find your niche individually, use everything that you have available. I'm very envious of the technology and the amount of information these players have, but you need to take it all in and know what works for you individually. And once again, the most important thing is knowing what swing I have tonight. Is it my A swing, my B swing, my C swing? Because I got to compete at 7 o'clock, and that's what it's about at the big league level. Not swing, not technique, not my mechanics. It's about competing at 7 o'clock and finding a way to win a ball game.
There's one thing I really wanted to ask you, and if we go a little long, it's okay because I'm curious about this. Manny came up in the ninth inning last night, runner on third, less than 2 outs.
Right.
In that situation, in your career, and that's all you need to win the game. You need to get that runner home. So a fly ball does it, a well-placed grounder does it. What's that chess match like, knowing the pitcher doesn't need to just get me out? He needs to get me out in a very specific way. And how do you then counter what he's trying to do to get a ball at least 300 feet into the outfield or not hit into a double play? What's that like between pitcher and hitter in that specific situation?
Well, I think when you're young, you come up, and that's a big situation. In my day, that was a situation. I could live with an 0 for 4, but if I left that runner on third in less than 2 and didn't get that run home, that would haunt me at night.
Yeah.
And as a young player, I tended to go up in those situations and, the pressure's on. It's a big situation for me. I learned as I got older to breathe and say, wait a minute. I come up with the bases loaded. This isn't, I have to hit a grand slam.
Right.
The pressure's on him.
Yes.
And once I learned to breathe and take it that way, but it's easier said than done. It's, when you're young and you want to make a splash and it's a big situation, that's kind of normal tendency to take that attitude towards it. But as you get older, you get a little more experience, you learn to know that he's in trouble. That pitcher on the mound's the guy in trouble. He's got to come to me. Anyway, getting back to that runner on third, I have to, like everything else I do as a hitter, I've got to assess it. I go through my checkpoints on deck. What's the situation? Who's behind me? Okay, if I come up with a runner on third less than 2 and there's a base open, are they going to come at me? They're going to pitch around me. What have I done in this series? What have I done today? What is my track record with this pitcher on the mound? What has he been successful getting me out with? And I got to go with that because you're right. My job is not to get a hit here. I could care less if I get a hit. I will take a sacrifice fly in that situation 100% of the time, and I don't care if I ever get another hit because my job is to get him home. Now, maybe I got a guy that's really tough on me. Okay, I have a tough time lifting that heavy sinker, so I got to take my ground ball. I've got to hit an 18 hopper to the shortstop for a routine out to get that runner home. So each situation is different. You got to go through all these checkpoints, know who you're dealing with, how you're swinging at the time, what you're capable of doing, and maybe have to sometimes even go with that C swing, that emergency hack to just, I used to tell the guys last year in Texas, just touch it. Sometimes we got to just touch the ball because an 18 hopper right there is awesome when you tie the game, when you go up by 1, when you creep 1 run closer. So it's all about situational hitting, and that's all big league hitting is going into each at bat completely different. I don't need a home run here. I don't need a double. Sometimes I don't need a base hit. I just need a good at bat and hit a 300-foot can of corn or an 18 hopper to the shortstop. And that's something as a big league player, you should have a plan for each and every time. You're not always going to get it done,
sure,
but you should get it done more than you don't.
Brett, really appreciate it.
Thanks,
great
buddy.
stuff as always. Have a great week. We will chat to you next Thursday. Say hi to Albert Bell for us.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Red Bone Insider Calls brought to you by Grainger for the ones who get it done, delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. As Tyler in the chat says, does anyone think Manny wasn't just trying to do that? Yeah, we know he was, but he was out-thought and out-executed in that situation last night. All right, we will come back. Got 2 hours left. Take on Woods, MLB Reach Around. Lots to get to with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
Okay, we are halfway home on a Wednesday, midpoint of the Ben and Woods week. Great to be here with you. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl, executive producer of the program. And Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins us as well.
I was asked in the chat for an update on Crumbgate. I complained yesterday about the cracker crumbs that were scattered all over my keyboard and desk.
Yeah.
Does seem that Chris Ello is the likely culprit. Trader Joe's rice crackers are the implement of his destruction.
Okay.
You're a
over
real
here.
crumb bum.
Yeah, literally.
He's a crumb.
You're a crumb creep.
He's the crumb creep of 97.3 The Fan.
You're a crumb creep coward.
One of my favorite pieces of audio.
You're a real crumb bum.
Yeah, me and you, buddy. Is that what that guy said to the Padres dugout last night?
Possibly.
That's what set Stammen off.
That's what set Stammen off. You're a real crumb creep.
I'm pleased to report that at the very least, it doesn't look like the mess got any worse. It possibly has gotten better. Some of the bigger crumbs seem to be gone. They're not all gone, but it definitely is a slightly improved situation.
Well, at least we know
over here.
It was. I think it's been confirmed that it was crumbs and not dandruff or
I believe so. Yes,
foot shavings is one
Dead
thing.
Skin.
Dead skin, foot shavings. But listen. It's more appealing to eat the crumbs out of your keyboard than to watch our baseball team currently. I'd rather eat a crumb sandwich from your keyboard than tune into that game at 1:10 today. Right?
That's a chance to win a series today. Padres haven't done in a while.
It's crazy, right? Crazy.
Michael King on the mound. I mean, normally we would have been excited about such things.
Been a rough one.
Probably the best matchup that you've got all series. Brady Singer against Michael King. Andrew Abbott usually owns the Padres. Chase Burns is filthy.
He's so good.
Now this is how it's been going this year, though. Brady Singer is the one who's really going to shut down the Padres.
He's got like a 6 ERA.
Yeah.
Now, they said Ello took the high road and didn't throw you guys under the bus. But for what? If taking the high road, admitting that these are my crumbs isn't taking the high road. That's just admitting that you did something wrong and that you
Was I wrong to take him to task publicly? Should I have addressed my concerns privately?
Happens all the time
with Chris.
You're holding him accountable. I wish you would do the same for Craig Stammen, but we know that's not going to happen. I'm holding Craig Stammen accountable right now. Fix it.
Craig Stammen actually holds Craig Stammen accountable more than most managers that I've heard. He publicly has said a number of times where he thinks maybe he could have made a different decision, a better decision. Last night it was about Samad Taylor in particular and asking him to bunt in the bottom of the ninth inning that was, or eighth inning, instead of letting him swing away.
Yeah.
He had already had a double. He ended up getting a single in the 10th inning as well, but kind of took the bat out of his hands and was not able to get it down. Now, Stammen said Samad is a really, really good bunter, which is why, they had him doing it the past couple of days. So there was some reasoning behind the decision to have him try to lay one down. But Craig Stammen is not above some self-reflection after the games. He said right when we first talked to him, when he was first hired, doesn't expect to be the best manager in baseball, in the first half of his first season. It's going to be a bit of a learning experience for him. Are we not being patient enough with Craig Stammen? Because, these games count and, ultimately they could be games that cost you a playoff spot at the end of the season. Can you have a manager?
Is it on us to be patient or is it on him to figure it out?
Yeah, the offense is careening right now. And,
we've been patient for 3 months. They have the worst offense in baseball.
I mean, do we think Craig Stammen is the kind of manager who's going to continue to get better at his job, work on his craft going forward?
No idea.
Are we going to be patient enough with him?
I think we've been plenty patient.
We're not even halfway through his first season as a big league skipper.
Well, but again, I'm arguing the revisionist history in the chat again about 90 win seasons and Bomel and the standard of fundamentals and all this. And I think fundamentally this team has made some mistakes as a lot of teams do. The revisionist history is kind of what bugs me. But people are entitled to feel that any way they want to feel.
Well, even in the 90 win seasons, plenty of bad stretches. I mean,
but
two years.
But the thing is, so last year's offense was ass. and it's continued into this year's offense. So there was
almost makes you think it wasn't the manager at all either season.
Right. It's that's the thing that's getting me. It's not like, hey man, Mike Schilt, the pressure was too much. He walked away. Oh, great. We're gonna have to break this thing down and start and go from the 12th best offense in baseball to the 30th. No, or
do we as
we're
fans,
one of the worst last year as well. So I again, the common denominator is the players.
Right. So do we as fans, do we put so much blame on the manager and or the hitting coach and or the Preller and or anybody other than the players, because the opposite would be admitting maybe we have the wrong players?
Right. I think that's what it is.
And we maybe don't want to admit that.
I think that that's hard to do, is be like, I think I bet you back the wrong horses
like
here.
You just said it. If it's mostly the same players from last year and they weren't good last year with a different manager, like what makes you think if they fired Stammen today or in the offseason and they go ahead and get another manager that anything would be different? You still have the same core, at least the same group of guys coming back next year, 2028, because we're not going to have baseball next year.
No, ultimately, I'm not arguing for Craig Stammen. I am arguing for you can't really even evaluate a manager. I mean, you got to see how his first season ends up, as a skipper. It could still end up as a very good season. Mike Schilt started, 50-50 2 years ago and ended up winning 93 games. There's a lot of baseball left to be played. And, Craig Stammen's story will be written with what the Padres do with the rest of these games. And if they play better and make the playoffs and make a run in the playoffs, we'll be incredibly happy with Craig Stammen. Mike Schilt's 2 seasons. Yeah, he won 90 games both times, but both were also marked by very disappointing playoff exits. They had some ups, they had some downs. Padres didn't play consistently the entire time under Mike Schilt either. It's just too early to really evaluate Craig Stammen as a manager. I think personality-wise, I like his steadiness. I like his positivity. I think strategy-wise, there's certainly been some days where you can call into question, but you also don't know whether Samad Taylor swinging away would have been the right thing. Had he grounded into a double play there, we would have been screaming, why didn't you have that guy bunt? It worked the day before. He gets down good bunts. You don't know. You can't see all ends when you criticize the manager after the fact.
Yeah, for sure. And Angelo makes a good point. He says last year's team was 7th in batting average, 16th in OPS. They were a middle of the pack team, 18th in runs. We're dead last right now. There's still time to improve that. My thing is, I don't know that they can or will. They were like horrible in slug last year. They couldn't slug the ball, and we all wanted them to slug.
Second to last in home runs.
Second to last in home runs.
They're actually was 18th last time I checked in home runs, which is weird. They're
probably lower than that now. Would be my guess. But listen, I think that it is weird to see the collective slumping, and even though Toddy is now a singles hitter and turned into Luis Ariz, at least he's getting on base. It's the Manny, it's the Merrill. It was so refreshing last night to see that Tatis knock. Merrill rips one down, slides into third. I mean, that's what you're looking for. Manny gets a knock with the drawn in infield. You're like, yes, okay, more of this, and we're in really good shape. And I still tend to agree that that's the answer. And I do think it's possible. I just don't know how you get there.
It's the only answer.
It's the only answer
going
for this
forward.
team.
It actually more of what we saw in the first, 7 innings last night of those guys getting 8 hits in a game. If they continue to get 8 hits in a game,
like
Padres
our chances
will be
better.
Yeah, they're not going to win every game. There will be some agonizing ones like last night. But if the top 3 guys get 8 hits a game, Padres will win a ton of games the rest of the season.
Prove your worth, and we'll take, like you said, I'll literally roll the dice. You tell me those top 3 get 8 hits every single game. I feel like we're going to win some ball games, but it is tough. 20th in bombs right now as it stands today.
I keep going back to that comment Ben made, about being patient. And I thought about recently, there was a game where the Padres lost and we were like, look, context matters in that, in a vacuum, that one game, it wasn't that bad of a loss and we get it, but it was because of the trend over the last few weeks. And you're like, here we go again. And I think context matters with patience for the manager, because objectively, I understand what you're saying, Ben. Like, you should give a rookie manager some time to get his feet wet. But the context for Padres fans is that we've already been moving the goalposts for this quote unquote window for several years at this point.
Sure.
And that window, if it hasn't already shut, it's really, really close to closing. So I don't think it's totally fair to be like, we just got to be patient. Like, we're 3 months into a season. We're almost halfway through. We got to get going.
Yeah, got to get going. And last night was an indication that you got going. You got 20 runners in scoring position, but you could only drive in 3 of them.
There will always be the argument that a team that is loaded with veterans and older players should probably have a manager who's done it before.
There's some urgency there.
Right.
Like, the White Sox can afford to be like, hey, we got to give the new manager some time. You know, the Rockies can do that.
But now that the hire has already been made and Craig Stammen is the manager, in my mind, he's only going to continue to get better as manager. And we have seen, again, 2 weeks ago, he was picked as the manager of the year by ESPN on Memorial Day. Their Memorial Day analysis says of all the 30 managers, we think he was the best one in the first 2 months of the season.
Yeah.
These last 2 weeks have not been good. We don't know how much Craig Stammen is to blame for how bad, but he certainly hasn't fixed what has gone wrong over these last 2 weeks. But again, the idea of firing a guy
it's not 2 weeks, though. I understand that he was the manager of the year, but they got the worst offense in baseball.
Right. I mean,
that's not just in the last 2 weeks. That's over the whole season.
Yes, but again, as Wood said, what can the manager do about the offense? All he can do is I got a really bad offense. How am I going to figure out to win some games? And he managed in the first 2 months, despite having a bad offense, to win a bunch of games that the Padres probably didn't have business winning as many games as they did. That really is how you measure a manager's success. Do you win more games than you're supposed to, or do you lose more games than you're supposed to? And right now, Padres are still above 500, even though the offense, the run differential would all tell you this should be a under 500 baseball team. But somehow they've managed to win more games. Is that
people
not
like
a credit to
Fangraphs
the manager?
think they will be a below 500 team?
Yeah, it's a matter of time.
But because maybe they've been getting good managing from Craig Stammen, they have won more games than they should have at this point. What do you expect of your manager?
It's a good question. I mean, I always laugh at he's not motivating these guys. Listen, I think these guys are motivated to do better. I don't ever buy that they don't care, because you can see it. They're frustrated as hell when they're not getting the job done. But it's such a results-based business. None of this really matters until you hit sack flies and get guys over and get them in. It just, none of it matters. It really doesn't. Doesn't matter who's at the helm. It's on the players. It's always been on the players.
I don't think anybody can watch them and not think that they're trying everything they can do to figure that, get out of this. I mean, we have seen in the last couple of games, really, like in the last 48 hours, I feel like I've seen more bunts than Bunt Lord Schultz teams ever put out, like in the last 2 years.
So Padre Bod says FFS. You know what that means?
I do. For F's sake.
Right. Hold the bats accountable immediately. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
What does it mean? Call me. 833-288-0973. So you have a crap at bat. Get to the bench. You're done. Sit.
I'm sorry.
I know, Xander. I know. Hey,
we only have 3 players left.
Estrada, he's on the IL. Somebody grab a bat. You're accountable. That's what I want. Immediate feedback. What does that mean? You suck, dude. How do you not hit a fly ball? Pay you $40 million a year. You can't hit a fly ball. What does it mean, dude? It's just something you say. It's just BS speak. The players got to come through. They got to hit a sack fly.
Right.
That's
now,
it.
if Craig Stammen, was a good manager, he'd bat all of his players ninth. Ninth.
Okay, he just says
ninth. That would show them.
Now he's saying
what we really think of.
Luis Ariz did it. Did what? Was he chewing guys out after they didn't hit? I don't remember that. I don't remember him saying, Manny, Tatis, Jackson, you guys got to come through there. He was a 330 hitter that hit 280 here. So again, fundamentally, there's something off, right? Maybe it's organizationally. I have no idea. But guys come here and get worse a lot. We've seen that. But guys also come here and get better from time to time as well. So you take the good with the bad. But this whole hold them accountable. What do you want? You want to bench somebody after they don't hit a sack fly.
In favor of who?
Right. You have limited options here, and that's what I'm saying. The hold them accountable, like they have to do better. This fan base deserves infinitely better than the baseball that they're getting right now, period. Running into outs, bad base running.
I know we make fun of Ben for the turd polishing, but like, we're not coming on here every morning for 4 hours going, hey, settle down, everybody. They're going to like.
I can't.
We come on and be like, this is terrible.
I've done that before.
But I don't know how else to hold them accountable.
I'm not trying to argue that I think everything's going to be okay.
You think there's anything we can say that's going to make them hit?
Serious concerns about this team. I mean, multiple concerns that would tell me probably not going to turn it around completely by the end of the season. I just don't know that it's the manager's fault that they're not turning it around.
Again, I just, what do you tell your player that doesn't come through with a sacrifice fly? What do you tell them? I'm thinking about me. Now, it's a different level.
Does anyone think that
I don't know how
I was unaware of the situation?
No,
when he went up to
no.
When he went up to bat in the bottom of the ninth inning, and we had a runner, the bases were loaded, and if you get a sac fly, you win the game. Does anyone think that Manny didn't know what was going on? Is there any coaching that needs to be done in that moment from Craig Stammen or anyone or Steven Souza Jr.?
Souza's supposed to pull him aside and be like, hey, we need you to get the ball out of the infield.
There's nothing that any manager in baseball would ever say. Maybe if you've got a rookie and it's his first game, you might tap him on the shoulder and say, hey, remember, we just need a fly ball here. No one is going to say that to Manny Machado. There's no coaching at all in that situation.
It's crazy to me. I mean, he just said, what would you say to your kids? I'd say, get them next time. This game is effing hard. Go get them next time, dude. It's exactly what I've said to my kid 1,000 times. Now, my kid melts down after he doesn't come through. Had an RBI yesterday. And I go, hey, you just drove in a run. You hit a ball on the screws. Great job, dude. I'm not chewing him out. He's chewing himself out. Is that what you want to see? Is he not holding himself accountable enough? Because this hold the players accountable immediately after a poor AB, it doesn't work at this level. And you know that. You know that doesn't work at this level. You have to get that out of your mind. I saw Chris Rose and Trevor Plouffe talking about the Juan Soto thing. And I tweeted about it. I said, does this even happen anymore? Does this happen where the guy makes $700 million and you're like, you didn't run out to first. I know you have a calf injury, but you're sitting on the bench. No, you don't, because you're trying to win ball games. And does Juan Soto help you win ball games? Yes. The answer is yes. So holding them.
The answer is
accountable. He says accountable seems to be a triggering word. You have no earthly idea how triggered.
I mean, let's be honest. What we all feel as fans, we are in pain and hurting because our team is losing.
Yeah,
and we want to see someone else in pain and hurting because of that. And you want to see the manager yell at someone.
Yeah,
because it'll make you feel better. It won't make the players play any better, but it'll make you feel better because you're hurting. Because you just watched that game and your team lost and made you mad.
It's just a trope.
And you want to see someone give you that satisfaction of lighting someone up or demoting someone or getting someone fired, because that'll make you feel better in some way. But it's not going to make them play better, at least certainly not immediately.
I think you can walk into the clubhouse. And, Craig said to us on Friday, he goes, yeah, we had a little chat after – what was it, the National Series, and then they went out and got swept by the Phillies. So I don't know how effective or powerful the chat was, but these guys have to hold themselves accountable, right? Like at the end of the day, I don't need the manager yelling at them. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't work at this level. It hasn't in a long time.
Yeah, and from everything we always hear, these are guys who spend a lot of time in the cages trying to work
absolutely.
on it.
It's
not a lack of effort or want to. It's a lack of execution.
I mean,
that's the problem.
You can't bench everybody, right? Like at the end of the day, you can't bench everybody. It's hard because people ask me all the time, does Manny need a day off? No, he needs a hit. And he got 2 knocks yesterday and looking like this is going to be his night to get back. And then he did not come through in a situation that he's got to come through in. I'm sure that it ripped him in half.
Ben
right?
Journo says, I'm held accountable at work. I don't make $320 million. why won't they be held accountable?
Demoted.
So every
he
time
says you get demoted.
every
You're
time
going to send them down?
Yeah, every time you've made a mistake at work,
get
you've gotten fired every single time?
Every time.
Or does your manager come in and speak to you privately about ways you can maybe improve?
And don't do it again.
I promise you, they do speak to the players privately about ways that they can improve when things don't go right. That's what they do. That's what managing and coaching is. It's mostly done privately, though. It's rarely done in public, in a press conference, on the, out on a baseball field where you're dressing down a player. No one would think that's a good managerial style. Hey, anytime one of my employees makes a mistake, I'm going to march him in front of the rest of the employees, and I'm going to dress him down in front of everybody to embarrass him and humiliate him, because that's the best way to get good performance out of, I don't know what management school you've gone to, but that's certainly not what is accepted right now as best management practices. But that's what you want. You want public humiliation of the players because it'll make you feel better. But, the private coaching and things that go on, we don't see behind the scenes.
The give them immediate accountability is like, I'm going to sit you on the bench and you're not coming back out. And I'm out of bench pieces, so Rodolfo Duran has to go play third. Right? Or short if Xander doesn't have a good AB, or second if Toddy doesn't have a good B, or first if Sheetsy doesn't have a good AB, and around we go.
I saw a comment, Schilt would never have a lineup like that last night. I'm like, what? Do you think Stammen,
who wants that lineup, dude?
Schilt absolutely would have had that lineup if he was managing this year, if everybody got hurt the way they have.
Yeah, and if it was given to him.
That's not a manager thing.
It's very weird, man. And losing breeds contempt. It really, really does. And losing in that fashion where you have opportunities to come through and you can continuously fail, 17 out of 20 times to get a runner in from second base it's brutal. That's a brutal loss last night. Brutal.
We need to take a timeout. We actually did a while ago, but let's take a pause from a difficult conversation, and let's play Take on Woods when we come back. We got 2 categories left this week. We got a great staycation prize and a $250 food and beverage credit at the Town and Country that you can win. Call now, 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. Play our game next, and just take a little break from the baseball stress here with Ben and Woods, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Well, listen, none of this chat is making me happy, but it's also, I'm not happy at all because my jug of Eco Water is empty. I have to go fill it up as soon as I get done telling you.
You got them jug, don't you?
I do, but it's literally sitting here empty right now because I've chugged so much Eco Water. SoCal this morning. They bring the soft life right to your kitchen sink. The mineral-rich alkaline water. Been telling you about it for years. It's such a no-brainer to have in your home. They do financing up to 84 months. They'll come out. They'll do the free in-home water test, show you what you're currently drinking right now. And you'll go, oh, my God, I'm showering in this. I'm feeding this to my kids, my pets, and kind of blow your mind. So you get the system put in your home, and then you get Eco Water coming out of every single faucet, man. It's fantastic. I said before, you can drink your shower water. No joke. No joke. It's Eco Water, mineral rich, again, alkaline water. So good on for your hair, your skin, and your insides as well. Call 760-350-3338, 760-350-3338, or go to ecowatersocal.com. Let them know Woodsy sent you. Not everything in life should be hard, especially your water. Keeping it soft since 1925. Eco Water SoCal.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Well, guests on Better Woods appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. Adam Klug just stopped by. Heard our segment earlier.
He was standing behind us with his arms crossed. And I'm like, we opened the door. I'm like, what?
You
He's
good?
like, I got to talk about that swing decision. I'm like, all right, I'm going to get water. So I just walked out the door.
I'm like, bro, we just did 25 straight minutes arguing and talking about it. And then we do another 5 during the commercial break. I'm like, can we just catch our breath for a second?
We are. I mean, it's a full blown crash out, certainly. And
when's the last time you officially used the chip? By the way,
I mean,
I feel like you probably would have used one today.
I should have. I totally forgot. But yeah, that's a chip.
That's a chip game, I think. Right?
I'm looking
officially
in my bag, like a.
The irony is the Padres played themselves into a chip game.
Yeah.
If they had lost that one 7-1 against Chase Burns with Lucas Giolito not throwing strikes, you wouldn't have chipped it. You just would have.
I'm out.
You just would have let it go.
Chips.
All right, let's take a quick break from the baseball talk and let's get to a little Take on Woods. Take on Woods brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you, and let's go to Alex is our contestant today. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning.
All right.
How you guys doing?
I'm good. Woods has left the studio. You get a chance to go first. 5 questions of trivia. If you beat or tie Woods, you will qualify for our grand prize staycation at the Town and Country Resort in Mission Valley. $250 food and beverage credit. Check out their 4-story water slide, nicknamed Twister, and enjoy special rates starting at $199 per night just for fan listeners by going to towncountry.com/thefan. to book now. All right, we only have 2 categories left for Take on Woods this week. We've got music, which is Up with People, 5 song titles and musical artists, including the word people. And we have TV, The Cars, The Star, 5 TV shows that featured iconic vehicles. So do you want to play our music category or our TV category, Alex?
I'll go for music.
Music. All right. Up
Yeah, I do.
with people. 5 song titles and musical artists, including the word people. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many of the 5 as you can. If you don't know one, you can say pass. We'll come back to it if there's time left on the clock. First question is our 2-second song. Paulie, queuing it up right now. You need to give me both the song title and the artist to score that point. One of the two will contain the word people. Alex, are you ready to play?
Let's go for it.
All right, Paulie,
Yeah,
are you good to go?
I need 2
He needs about 2
seconds.
seconds here. So we'll have a real or fake tomorrow, and then we'll have our TV category left over for Friday if anyone wants to study their car-related shows for Friday. All right, here we go. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. The category up with people. Alex, your time begins when Paul plays our song. Good luck. Let's take on Woods. Tough one.
Ordinary people.
Incorrect. A kid fantasizing about a school shooting is the subject of which band's 2010 debut hit, Pumped Up Kicks?
Pass.
In which early hit from 1984 does Depeche Mode wonder why you and I should get along so awfully?
People are people.
Correct. Victor Willis founded which iconic 70s group, recruiting bandmates with a newspaper ad that read, "Macho types wanted, must dance and have a mustache"?
Everyday people.
Incorrect. The B-52's Kate Pearson provided guest vocals for which 1990 REM song that hit all the positive notes?
Pass.
That's the only one we've got left. You guessed the other one's wrong. The B-52's Kate Pearson provided guest vocals for which 1990 REM song that hit all the positive notes? That's Shiny Happy People. Victor Willis founded the Village People. Foster the People had Pumped Up Kicks. And People Are Strange by the Doors was that little snippet of a song. We'll see how Woods does. I think he's going to do fairly well in this category, actually. Hey, Alex, hang on the line. Your score is locked in. We're playing music today. Definitely no category for you. Think you can do this. All right, 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins when Paul plays our 2-second song. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Alex.
People Are Strange by The Doors.
Correct. A kid fantasizing about a school shooting is the subject of which band's 2010 debut hit, Pumped Up Kicks?
Foster the People.
Correct. In which early hit from 1984 does Depeche Mode wonder why you and I should get along so awfully?
What's the name of the song? I'll come back to it.
Victor Willis founded which iconic 70s group, recruiting bandmates with a newspaper ad that read, "Macho types wanted, must dance and have a mustache"?
The Village People.
Correct. The B-52's Kate Pearson
People
provided...
are people, by the way.
Correct. The B-52's Kate Pearson provided guest vocals for which 1990 REM song that hit all
Shiny
the
Happy
positive...
People.
And that is a 5 out of 5, Woods. Well done in the music category.
Thank you.
Good win. You needed a win. You got a good win
Yes.
today.
Yes.
5-1 the final.
Yes.
Yeah, the category was Up with People.
Up with People.
That was one of the shorter 2-second. That was about
That was short.
1.5 second clip, but the first thing that Jim Morrison says is people are strange. So we had to cut it off very quickly. But I thought you could get it, and I was right. You did.
Well, it's nice to come through for the fans.
Don't need to hold you accountable.
No, not today. I got the job done.
I don't know what I would do though if I needed to hold you accountable to be better on Take on Woods. I can't really bench you.
I mean, I've had some clunkers, man.
I don't really
have
have
some clunkers. It's a long season.
I don't have replacements. I gotta ride.
Yeah.
With
Got to ride with my guy.
The guy who we're paying to be in that chair
That's right
now.
That's right.
Through the good and the bad.
It's so funny, man.
Starting next year, Woodsy's going to be making $40 a year.
It's so funny because after the show today, I actually have to leave right when the show ends because I'm going to my 5-year-old's preschool. He's got a couple weeks left of preschool, and I've got the wiffle ball bats, the wiffle ball, and I'm doing the thing where I teach the little kids baseball. And having talked about baseball for 2.5 hours this morning, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to light these kids up. They're 5. I'm going to I want to remind them, hey, look, if you choose to get involved in this game, it sucks. And everyone's insane. And it will only break your heart. And they're just going to stare at me like
they start crying.
Yeah, they start crying, running off.
See, I need you to cancel that. You know that the only category left is TV. You should be studying TV shows after the show today.
That is true.
And not wasting time with Taylor and his class.
That's
That's
true.
not helping us.
No, it doesn't help our show
win
at all.
any ball games at all on this show.
I've told you before.
Where's the want to, Woods?
I've told you before. Both of you know this, and the audience should know this too. If I can find a way to make 80% of what I make here, I'm leaving. If I to go coach, I would do it tomorrow. If someone goes, you know what, man, I want you to just run this thing for like a job. I love you guys. It's been real. I love it so much. That's the part I love.
You'd be a phenomenal. I know you hate them usually. A phenomenal radio talent coach.
Yeah, easy.
You would be really good at it.
Consultant. I want to do that on the side.
You probably make more money doing that than you are doing the show right now.
I want to get paid to coach because
but that's not really what you want to coach. You want to coach baseball.
I got to coach last night my travel ball team that I put together, the Goats, and I got to coach. And one of he's a grandfather of one of the kids, walked up to me and he goes, "Hey, I just realized something." He goes, "You're not coaching baseball, you're coaching life." And I go, "Yeah, that's exactly right. I'm not going to be able to show them how to move their feet like Omar Vizquel did. I'm just not. I don't have it in me. I can't coach it. I couldn't coach it if I tried. That's for other, more specialized coaches to do. But teaching them about winning inches and, not taking shortcuts and things like that, that's what I was doing. So it meant a lot to me. And it's just so fulfilling. I didn't want to leave the field, man. It was over. The kids played wiffle ball and a couple kids stayed after. And you're like, this is what I remember. Then I go home and put the Padres on, and I'm like, oh, God, this is horrific. Who would ever want to follow this sport?
We have time for an MLB reach around before the top of the hour. We'll take a quick break, come back, look at the rest of baseball, which included an incredible moment for a rookie making his debut, a couple of other walk-offs. We'll get to all of it coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Oh, first.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
.97.3 The Fan is brought to you by GL Pools, the swimming pool experts trusted by thousands of San Diegans since 2006. Baseball is back, so is swim season. Make sure your pool is ready. Call now and mention radio for a free month of pool service.
You know what word I really like?
What word do you really like?
Nectar.
Nectar.
Damn near killed her. No, I somebody had DM'd me about the stuff that I use for hydration.
I don't use that word enough.
I don't use it enough either. I don't hear it enough.
Why would you use it that often?
I know. He said to me, because the hydration stuff that I drink, he tried it and he loves it and he bought a bunch of it and he's telling all his friends about it. And I go, dude, I know it's like nectar. And then I went, I don't say that word enough. It's very slutty, that word, nectar. Don't you think? Sexy.
I don't really love that word.
You don't love the word nectar?
Nectar is a viscous sugar-rich liquid produced by plants in glands called nectaries.
I don't use it in that sense. I don't use it as the like. I want actual nectar.
You want more metaphorical nectar than actual nectar. I think of that the can of Kerns, like guava nectar or peach nectar. It's like the sweetest can of liquid that you can possibly imagine. And even I can't handle that level of nectar.
Yeah. I don't want actual nectar, but
it just means like sweet, delicious.
Right?
Like
for me, it's more like fulfilling. Like I get it's the the nectar of the gods or whatever.
Right. Like I've called beer the nectar of the gods.
Yeah, 100%.
Like certain beers.
100%.
Doesn't necessarily taste sweet.
It's just a good word.
Kimmy says, but those Kerns were good. I assume they still exist somewhere. I haven't seen one in a while.
Juice.
No, they were uncarbonated. Yeah, like thick
syrupy
juice, like syrupy
nectar.
Syrupy juice, essentially.
Now, this is funny because it's tall Tessa says guava nectar mimosa, please. Great. I don't like the word guava, but I do like the word nectar. I actually hate the word guava.
Guava.
I don't like it.
Why do these words either appeal or
I don't like it? Guava.
Turn you off?
I don't know, but I do get turned on by nectar.
Do you like the taste of guava? You
Yeah.
just don't like saying it?
Pog, I love. Passion, orange, and guava.
Guava.
That's weird.
Guava starts with the same sound as guano.
Which is bat poop.
Like bat droppings.
Yeah.
So in that sense.
Turi Jive says, I know what nectar you're talking about, bro. LOL. All right. I mean, that's fair, but I just like that word. And I wrote this guy back and I said it's nectar. It is. So that was it. It was funny.
All right. Well, that was instead of our MLB reach. We can get to it in our final hour.
Kind of like a reach.
We gotta kind of have to catch up here. This hour on Ben and Woods been brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. I just got a tweet that makes me feel like I am taking crazy pills right now. Like, truly, I'm questioning
life and
everything over the last 3 hours. I will read it to you next. Paulie's got a round of report.
What a tease.
Got a really great Stanley Cup final that's in progress. NBA Finals resumes tonight. We'll get to all of that coming up in our final hour of Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. right, here's why I'm feeling crazy. Got this tweet from @Craig Stammen.
Whoa.
I don't know if it's the real Craig Stammen, but Craig Stammen, and it says, it's disgusting listening to the apologists on Ben and Woods.
It's crazy.
Manny doesn't have to try and hit a ball 500 feet when he has 2 strikes there. He could just swing for contact. Pathetic boot licking.
That's what we said.
We want to see the approach change. Didn't we just spend the last 3 hours,
like 3 hours
criticizing Manny Machado? I mean, Woods went so far as to say he's wondering if he's back to the wrong horse in Manny Machado.
that I named my cat Manny Meowchado, and I'm regretting it now. So people are going to hear what they want to hear, and until I get on Sirius satellite radio, I'm not allowed to say what I really want to say.
I mean, I don't think it's an apologist. I don't think Manny was trying to swing out of his shoes, which is why he didn't hit the ball in the ninth inning there. I think he just didn't make contact. He's got to be able to make contact there.
I mean, we've said it for literally since the show started.
But
I don't,
isn't that what this show has been about
for the last 2 weeks? Pretty much. We haven't gotten to talk about a win in here until yesterday for
3 weeks.
I'm starting to doubt that this is the real Craig Stammen.
Are you sure?
I just don't think that. I'm just be surprised if he spent his morning tweeting at us to hold his team more accountable.
People are going to hear, again, they're going to hear what they want to hear. But
I've accepted that years ago.
I have my good days and bad. It's funny though. If he hits that sac fly, it's the craziest thing. Baseball's so weird. He hits that sac fly, the mood and the tenor of the fan base is, all right, he's heating up. Monster game for Manny, came through, and it's it. You want a series and try to get a sweep.
Don't even go that far. If the Padres, one of the other players, like, I don't know, when Jace Bowen's ball bloops in and is not, made an incredible diving catch, then Manny's still the star of the game. He's the guy who got the RBI single in the third inning. He's the guy that got the double that scored the winning run in the bottom of the 8th inning, made a great play, great throw from his knees and a dive. We're going like, oh, maybe that's the game that turns Manny around.
Yes.
But baseball continued on and gave him one more opportunity, and that opportunity is the one that we're, of course, all focused on now because he did not come through again in that situation.
Yeah, it's tough. And, I had mentioned, too, the horrible clutch stats from Manny Machado since the start of last year by our pal Clark Fahrenhold, who put those together last night. Mentioned that earlier in the show. He's got to be better for the money he makes, Benjamin. He's got to be better than a 195 batting average in high leverage ABs. He's got to be better than a 67 WRC plus. That's weighted runs created.
He would agree with that.
He's got to be better.
What he probably,
you'd have to tell him what WRC plus means.
Yeah,
but fair. He would agree.
But he would agree that he needs to be better. I think the one thing where fans are going with Manny is still insisting and confident that he will get where he needs to be. He's not there, but he's insisting that he will. And I finally sense that fans are now no longer believing that Manny is going to get to where Manny thinks he's going to be.
I'm seeing it too from there's another fan base that I'm seeing it from, and it's the Toronto Blue Jays. They're just as incensed with Vladdy Jr. as they could be, which is, he's a great player, having a rough start to the season. I don't know what it is, but it is a bit of an outlier season for Manny. I think we can all agree on that. June is typically the month that he heats up.
But it's also part of a trend, a slow trend of decline. It's a much more dramatic decline than we've seen in the last couple of years. Yeah. But he's not the guy who finished in the top, 3 in MVP voting, certainly anymore.
No. And so I don't know, man.
I don't think it's crazy though. People are saying just move him down on the lineup. And I understand that might hurt an ego, or it may not be a comfortable conversation to have. But
that's
at this
definitely
point,
something you can do.
Yeah, you can't sit here and argue that he needs to be in the top 3 or 4.
I think it'd be an easy call. If the Padres had a bunch of guys who were, hitting the cover off the ball, if Ramon Laureano was healthy, if Miguel Andujar was still hitting, then I think it'd be an easy call to drop Manny down to 6th or 7th for a while at least.
He's the worst hitter on the team, so anybody would be an upgrade.
I just don't know that Jace Bowen moving him up or Freddie Fermin moving him up.
It's tough right now. The depth is bad.
he's the worst qualified hitter in baseball. Padres also have a bunch of other hitters who aren't qualified who are also equally as bad or worse and don't really have the ability to hit a home run that Manny he still leads the team with 11 home runs right now.
But that is something you can do without, sending Manny down to AAA or whatever.
Which you can't do that either. So.
Yes.
And you can't cut him. I mean, you're not going to. Nobody's going to take. No one thinks that. You have to hope that Manny gets it going. And really, the only way to get it going is to continue to play and take at-bats. And
try to figure it out.
So there really is no other course of action other than what Craig Stammen is doing. He doesn't have a menu of items in front of him that actions he can take with Manny Machado. It's one of those restaurants that only serves one thing. And you look at the menu and go, I guess I'll have that.
I'll have that,
which is Manny Machado hitting probably third or fourth in my lineup and playing third base most every single day. Yeah, you can try to give him maybe more days off. You can, I don't know what else you can do, but there's not this laundry list of choices that Craig Stammen has when it comes to Manny Machado.
19 Town says, eat Manny's contract and release him, please. Okay.
I'll give you the odds on that.
0.0%. Point.
If this was the last year of his deal, I don't even think they'd do it.
Maybe.
I think they'd still try to get Manny going, but
0.0. I think that's a rash reaction. I think it's an emotional reaction.
And perhaps at the end of this season, if things do not markedly improve, there's going to be some tough conversations in ways Manny will have to adjust his game and
100%.
Become a different player going forward. They still aren't going to be getting rid of him. He will still be part of this team for many years, in the future. Mm-hmm. But he may have to really accept, some changes and, things that work for him earlier in his career. He may have to abandon those things and move on to different things. I would like to think that Manny Machado has the ability to make some adjustments later in his career. We've seen other players do that and become different, but still effective players in different ways later in their career. Are we at that point yet? Is it going to just be instant, easy to accept for any player to go, I'm not the guy I used to be, so I better become a different version of myself? Not easy.
Booney talked about it, was a 3-hole hitter, right? Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden one day he's dying, he's scuffling, and he's getting older. And he's like, then I'm in the 6-hole, then I'm in the 7-hole. And yeah, it sucks. He's like, but you want to keep playing the game and you're getting paid to do it. So you need to go out there and do it and do what's best. He's like, it's not an easy thing for these guys to do. But the tough part is and a great point by Ben. He says, why would he adjust to new things? He won't even look at numbers and stats, right? Like he wants it just.
Yeah, I mean, I think stubbornness is one of Manny's flaws.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, yeah. Now it's also what got him to where he is, right? So it's hard. Yeah. I've done this way.
Every good player has some stubbornness 100%. In them. Manny has a lot.
He's got a lot.
And again,
it's got him to where he is.
He is
the confidence and the stubbornness has got him to be a guy that makes that much money.
He's still a likely Hall of Famer. I mean, one of the
this year, I don't know. I mean, you got to get this thing going.
There are Hall of Famers that had a bad season,
of course.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But because the rest of the majority of the rest of their career was really good.
This is not his 6th year, and he's having a bad year. This is his 15th season. He's had 14 really consistent, outstanding,
very consistent
seasons in his career.
Like one of the most consistent players.
That's not
long.
He's not trying to prove himself here. He has had a proven long Major League Baseball career. Now,
but
he's
it's
much younger.
Fact that makes people go, is this the beginning of the end? And it's just a little earlier than maybe we thought.
We heard, I mean, look, man,
we knew at age 38 what it was going to be.
It reeks of the exact same mentality and almost the same quotes as Eric Hosmer. Except, man, he makes a lot more money than Haas. But it reeks of that situation. I mean, we all remember, no, launch angle, block. Like, bro, you're hitting the ball as hard as anybody on the planet. You're just hitting it right into the ground at second base. I'm not changing. I've been taught, and I got me to the big leagues to hit the ball hard up the middle. Well, Eric, they're shifting on you. You're an easy out. You're a double play god at this point. If you want to stay in the league longer and help this team that's paying you an exorbitant amount of money, you're going to have to make some adjustments. Not going to do it. Not happening. Okay. And there it is. And we're going down that road here. And that's not a road anybody wants to go down, especially, with a guy that has really been very consistent for us.
I don't think that this topic is dead and buried. We will get back to it at some point, but let's get to some other headlines right now for the Randall Report.
And get things started here with our today's edition of the Randall Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Rindle Report with Paul Rindle.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Rindle Report
Hey, Paul, how you doing? Okay, how are you?
on 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a yeah? Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right. Gentlemen, we will start off in the NHL. Stanley Cup Finals Game 4 last night saw the Hurricanes even the series up by winning 5-3. It is now a best-of-3 series on the ice as the series will shift back to Carolina. Raleigh, I think, is where they're playing. Is it Raleigh or Charlotte?
I believe it is Raleigh. That's where North Carolina State is, right? They play in the same arena that the NC State basketball team plays in.
So, yesterday it was 2-2 heading into the third period, and Carolina was able to score 2, one of them being an empty net late in the game, but they get the job done 5-3. So we will wait for Game 5 will be tomorrow night, I believe, or is it
Correct.
Friday?
Tomorrow night. Another 5:30 start on ABC 10. It's been a phenomenal series.
I got 5 p.m. on ABC.
That's the pregame show. We actually puck drops around 5:30.
Gotcha. And then more championship action tonight in the NBA. Game 4 between the Spurs and the Knicks. Madison Square Garden. Any thoughts on will the Knicks go up 3-1 or will the Spurs even things up? 4 straight road team victories in the NBA.
I think it changes, right?
I like the Knicks tonight.
Knicks fall behind,
but
fall behind by 12.
Yeah.
Come back.
Rally back.
I'll turn it on.
Fall behind again by 10.
And then rally back. And then I think they win a close one.
I do feel like win or lose, Knicks fans should not be assaulting Spurs fans outside Madison Square Garden.
Dude.
I texted my buddy after I woke up yesterday.
You guys
morning,
brand new?
Saw some of the videos and I just went, bro, are you good? Like, what was that like getting out of there? And he was like, bro, it was a jungle getting out of there. It was awful. He's like, I had to walk like 20 blocks to get to my ferry to take me to wherever I was. I was like, whew. Some of those videos were gnarly.
That was terrible, dude. Terrible. You got to be better than that.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I'll say they split the next 2, each winning at home, and then it comes down to Game 6 at Madison Square Garden, and that could go either way. If the Spurs win it, they win it at home in 7, or the Knicks take it in 6. That's where I think this is heading.
All right, 5:30 tonight on ABC. Speaking of ABC and one of their affiliates, ESPN. ESPN made some headlines yesterday after The Athletic reported that. Look, love him or hate him, he doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Pat McAfee is finalizing or discussing his contract extension with ESPN and reportedly will make over $60 million per year.
A year. Could you imagine?
Can I admit something?
Sure.
I don't think I've ever actually watched the Pat McAfee show.
I have. It's okay.
We're watching it right now. It's actually on ESPN.
Watching it with audio.
Yes.
I mean, I've seen it on a lot and seen what it looks like.
Got a big fat Dodger hat right in the front of his desk.
$60 million. I kind of feel indifferent towards Pat McAfee. He doesn't bother me so much that it's going to ruin my day.
He's got some good stuff.
And I also don't like search him out really or his show, but it's just kind of whatever. $60 million though, that's like franchise quarterback money.
Do they really make that money back? I mean,
clearly.
That's just for him. Is that just for him too? Do they have to pay all his crew?
Probably his crew.
Does he have to pay his crew through his $60 million?
I hope that he has to at least pay his crew out of that.
So he'll clear 57.
Yeah. Right.
You know,
right.
It's probably for the whole show. That's a
Andrew
lot
Marchand,
of scratch, man. That's a lot of scratch.
Andrew Marchand of The
has
Athletic.
a Dodgers hat and a DraftKings hat right next to each
Isn't
other.
that clever?
Interesting. Yeah, Andrew Marchand from The Athletic, he is also reporting that McAfee would have a bigger role in the NFL coverage for ESPN, but paying a guy $60 million. I mean,
guys gonna be making sandwiches in the cafeteria.
He'll be doing everything.
Dude,
If Pat McAfee is
Cleaning
making $60 million, Victor Wembanyama should be making like $800 million a year.
It's
in terms of like what they're doing talent wise.
No kidding.
Yeah,
All right.
He's cut through, man.
And then finally, we'll wrap it up here. Got a story. Now, I'm not super into Pokemon cards, and by super into them, I mean I'm not into them at all because I'm not a giant nerd.
Oh,
but,
easy,
you know,
Paulie. Holy cow.
But I know that Pikachu says he's down right now, but by the end of the year, look at the back of his Pokemon card, and his numbers will be right there.
I was going to say I'm not a huge nerd that's into Pokemon cards, but Woodsy, you and I love baseball cards.
So much.
It was going to be funny. But yes, Pokemon cards, that is kind of the appeal. Their
very
value,
valuable. They're very valuable.
Their value doesn't change because Charizard can't hit a slider or anything like
Can't
that.
hit a sack fly.
Whereas, you might have a baseball card you're very excited about, and if the player's a turd, it's not going to be worth anything. But I digress. Regardless of whether it's Pokemon cards or baseball cards or any other trading cards, there has been a huge problem with like old grown-ass men stocking grocery stores and department stores where they sell cards to like literally, we're talking about like getting inside information, asking employees, when's the restock date?
Gracing employees.
What time does the restock happen? Oh,
Right.
10 o'clock on Wednesdays. Great. I'll be there.
Camping out.
And you will see men, along with kids, like trying to get the new line of Pokemon cards or whatever. But it's so many grown adults
No. Grown men. If there's
Grown
not a
men.
vagina
I know.
inside.
I
Not
was-
one. There's not one
I was
single
trying to
vagina
be equal, but you're
inside.
right. This is
Not one.
This is a very sexist story.
Yeah,
that
there's
there's
not
no
one,
women
there's
involved.
no
Do we need to ring the
females.
misogyny bell, or in this
I'll
case,
ring
they're
it.
more than happy not to be?
I'll ring
They're
it,
more
but
than
I'm
happy not
pretty confident in what we're saying here. So
It's like a Rush concert.
part of the
Before.
problem has been scalpers. Adults with, much more income than these 12-year-old kids or whatever are going in, buying like as many boxes as they can. And some stores have limited, you can only buy 4 items or whatever. They are buying as many boxes of cards as they can so that they can go and scalp them and sell them online and claim it's a, sealed box, brand new, and they'll charge, 2, 3, 4 times the price. So Target, one of the main department stores that sells Pokemon cards, Disney cards, baseball cards, football, etc., they have tried, some Targets have taken matters into their own hands. And I've seen a couple of different methods. I have seen when the cards are hitting the shelves, the Pokemon cards, they're hitting the cards that come in it's the cardboard box that's wrapped in protective, like cellophane. Plastic wrap.
Yep.
And usually it's like watermarked with, Pokemon logo or tops for baseball. The employees at Target are putting them up there and they're slashing with like a box cutter that cellophane wrap. So the cards have not been touched, the packs have not been opened, but it's technically not a sealed box anymore, and it's going to vastly impact the resale market for the scalpers. Saw another one where a guy brought a sealed box to the register, employee scans it, pulls out the box knife, rips it right in front of him.
The guy lost his mind.
I think,
unless you just wanted to buy it to rip cards,
right?
but-
I think I overall agree that that might be a little too far.
Yeah,
but
I
it's
think so.
also
You're
effective.
damaging a product that I bought.
But it is
I can do
effective.
what I want when I buy it.
And that's the thing.
I
They
can't-
really can.
I bought
but
it.
I'll never forget. I was on Reddit and
If I want to wipe with it, I can because I bought it. I paid for it. You can't slash my. I'm actually in favor of the Pokemon
I mean,
guys.
if you can't buy a gallon of milk and they just pop the top off for you. They do that at like
it does
baseball
remind
games.
me of our trip to Arizona when the Target cashier made Woods
You don't have to
put
bring this
cards
up.
back because he tried to buy too many of them and they wouldn't allow him
I bought
to buy that many
it
cards.
was a 2-thing limit, and I wanted 3.
We both had 3, and they're like,
and she made me put it back. Embarrassed me in front of everyone. She held me accountable.
Shame, you were held accountable in front of the entire store.
She
and
shamed
made
me.
to put back your baseball cards.
I just saw this picture on some subreddit, baseball cards, sports cards, Pokemon, whatever. And it was like a guy standing across the aisle, like 20 feet away at a Target. And the cards are always on that aisle that's near the checkout line. Sometimes there might be like some alcohol or other stuff behind there. There was like 30 guys, most with gray hair, just huddled around waiting for some employee to wheel out all the product, put it on the shelves, and somebody just like stepped back, took the picture and posted and was like, what are we doing?
It's so good. It's so good.
So I don't know, man. I kind of went back and forth because when I first saw the story, I was like, good. I like that. But you're right. You buy the product, you get to do whatever you want.
No,
it's just a bad look.
K-Loss doesn't believe me. When we were in Target,
it's true.
Woods went first, then it was me, and then it was Ben.
I had 3, you had 3, whatever.
Yep.
And what we could have done is given 2 to Ben. He wouldn't do it. He's like, I'm not participating.
I had money,
He was
cash
so
in my
embarrassed.
hand, in my wallet. I was like,
Called
here, Ben,
enabling. I'm not an enabler.
we
You're
each can
literally
only buy
the biggest
2.
enabler of all time. I don't know that I've met a bigger enabler. That being said,
Well, be proud of me for at least once taking a stand.
why do you have to take a stand against me?
What the hell did we do?
What did we do? Just buy back my cards.
We didn't make you pay for it. We're going to give
Adam,
you
are
money.
there any extra appearances we can do for you?
He
Just
was
let me know.
so embarrassed.
Yes, it was
at
2
Target.
2 limit.
He
Woods
was
had
so-
3, I had 3, Ben had 0. So yes, logic would say, Ben, take
You
2
buy
of
these
these.
2.
Here's $20.
He
and
was
he
so
wouldn't do it.
embarrassed. He like walked away from us. He's like, I can't be a part
Just
of
feels
this.
so illegal the way you guys do it. It's surreptitious. I mean,
yeah, well,
it
we have
just
to hide
feels
from,
wrong.
We
You
have to
make it
hide
feel
from
wrong.
we hide it from our wives.
You make it feel so wrong.
I mean,
I don't want to participate in something like that.
Listen.
It feels like a drug deal now. It really does.
Feels like one to me too.
Yeah. The rush of pulling a cool card also feels like drugs.
You know how many times I've just sat in my car and opened packs? Hundreds. I feel like I'm at a bathhouse. I feel like I'm at a bathhouse. And
It's your Big Mac and your baseball cards in the front seat of your car, and then hide all the trash at the end when it's done.
My wife, what did you do today? Not just chilled. Went to the gym. You know how I do.
Made a salad.
So good. Yeah, I feel like I'm in front of a bathhouse with $40 in my hand. It's like the most embarrassing thing. Sorry.
Paulie, thank you very much. We will take a
You're
time
welcome.
out. When we come back, we'll finally get to our MLB reach around. As we said, a lot of interesting games last night in Major League Baseball. That is coming up next. Ben Woods broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Oh, we'll get to the reach around in a moment. First, I wanted to tell you, if you're a business owner, you're going to want to listen up. If you've got more than 25 employees, wanted to let you know about Super Sure Insurance, the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits. You know, it sounds mundane, right, when you're talking about insurance and benefits and things like that. But, man, if you own a business, again, with 25 or more employees, this is something that you need to listen to and take heed, right? They've got supersure.com. You can access their tools, fine print facts. Again, translate your current policy into plain English. You can see what's covered and what's not. Plus, they've got the business value calculator. So business is booming. You can see and estimate what your business is worth, and then you know what needs covering. So check it out. Go to supersure.com. They are one super agency, one powerful platform, all of your policies in one place to keep it simple for the business owner. Go to supersure.com. Should let you know, too. You don't have to be the owner. You could be the CFO, the HR manager as well. But again, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place, supersure.com. Supersure.com, paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Hey, a quick birthday shout out, Benjamin, to Ellie. She is 4 years old today. I don't know why she's listening to Ben and Woods, but happy birthday, Ellie.
Hi, Ellie.
Her dad asked if she could get a birthday shout out. So happy birthday. The Big Four. Sounds like a radio segment. Coming up next, the Big Four. Here on they do the Big Five on Gwynn and Chris.
They do.
We can do the Big Four.
The Big Four.
We should be jerks and do the Big Six. Just one louder.
One
than
up
them.
them.
Yeah, one up them.
To be four.
Coming up, to be four again. I tell my kids all the time, you have no idea how lucky
you got them through the fours.
Yeah,
you might have another four coming at some point.
Potentially.
You guys, what's the farthest back you can remember of your childhood?
Ooh,
can
you remember
five,
four?
About five. Yeah.
I mean, I've got flashes certainly of before I was 3.
Really?
Well,
that's that alien memory.
That is that alien
or the robot memory.
Robot brain.
I mean, because I remember the house we lived in when I was like 2. Like I can remember that house.
2?
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, the first 2 years of my life. I remember that house.
You also have not poisoned your brain with some of the things that I've poisoned my brain with over the years. So you have probably a better recall than I do. Did you see that thing I retweeted over the weekend? You had talked about last week coming home and having, what was the meal that you ate late at night when you dropped your pasta? Do you remember?
Cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese. So over the weekend, I saw a tweet. It was that day, and it said, "I've done acid more than I've eaten cottage cheese." Right here, I've done acid more times than I've had cottage cheese, and it absolutely Laid me out. So I guess I'm not surprised you remember.
I've done plenty of tabs of cottage cheese.
Yes,
in my
you
life,
have.
no doubt
dude.
about that.
Yes, you
usually
have.
Knudsen, but I will branch out to some of the other brands
All right.
occasionally.
What is it? What do you put in it? Fruit?
I put in some preserves, like jelly.
You are 150 years old.
Like sometimes
Preserves.
applesauce can also be a good mix in cottage cheese.
Donnie! We're out of strawberry preserves for my cottage cheese. You are 100 years old.
Oh, there's old man Higgins again.
Just eating cottage cheese and preserve at 11 o'clock at night. A grown man, dude. Just soft, rank cottage cheese.
Disgusting.
My wife was on a kick for about
I like to
2
think
months.
of it as fresh.
My wife was on a kick.
Fresh dairy item.
Knudsens. She would. I couldn't even open the fridge. I was like, and I go, if you're gonna eat it, you gotta wait till I get out of here. I gotta leave the house. I cannot watch my beautiful wife eating cottage cheese.
I'm a small curd guy. The large curd cottage cheese
I
is.
hate that word. Curd.
Curdle.
So you like nectar.
Love nectar.
But you don't like curd or guava.
You are unbelievable. Preserves, darling. Preserves.
Here's
so
what
good.
we've got coming up. Looking ahead the rest of the week. Tomorrow is an Epic Wings, Epic Padres Roundtable Thursday.
Awesome.
We will be joined, special guest panelist, AJ Cassavell from MLB.com.
Love AJ.
Going to be with us in studio. And then Friday, our Management Report Friday, brought to you by SDCCU. It's not Big Bank Banking. It is better. Paulie can confirm. President of Baseball Operations, AJ Preller, is going to be back with us likely 8:05. So anyone who's looking for some feet to be held to the fire, obviously don't listen to this program. We're just going to, yuck it up with AJ for 15 minutes.
Tell them how great
I do
Manning
think it's ironic that, what was it, 3 months ago, the entire city was in an uproar that the Padres hadn't re-signed AJ Preller, and they were going to, was he going to get away? They're going to go to another organization, and now you're not so happy with. Heck, 3 weeks ago, you were saying, "Wow, Andujar, some savvy moves that they picked up. These pitchers
like
are
that, dude.
working pretty well." And now all of a sudden, now no one's like, "Why did we extend AJ Preller? What's going on?"
It can turn like that.
This is once again, I feel like we were just here a week or maybe 2 weeks ago, but with an off day tomorrow.
Yeah,
Padres having lost last night.
Correct.
Once again, here we are on a series finale, heading into an off day where there's a lot riding on this game. And I don't mean for the Padres playoff chances or anything like that. I just mean for the three of us in this room. Because if we have to come in and talk again tomorrow about another loss for 5 hours for you guys.
No,
4.
Well,
4. Yeah, you're right. 4.
We changed it, thank
4
God.
with the roundtable. And then I start thinking, okay, we can get through that. But then I start thinking about Friday's show.
Yeah, Friday's show.
And I go, no game on Thursday. Everyone's still pissed off after 2 losses, another series lost. I'm like, I need them to win this
Good question here by Steve. So, AJ, what's your current approach to accountability? See if I can get all the buzzwords in.
And are you pressing
right now?
Daniel says, we like AJ. Who said we don't like AJ? Well, you just don't like anybody who he's hired to coach or play for the baseball team at this point.
Right.
I mean, ultimately, he's the guy who's brought everybody in that you don't like. So I guess I was just assuming that you didn't like AJ because you don't seem to like anybody else on this team.
I mean, I said earlier to someone in the chat, I'm like, well, yeah, I think more blame falls on his shoulders than Craig Stammen's at this point. I really do.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think if you're AJ Preller, you're like, yep, 100%.
And again, a lot more credit also rests on his shoulders for, the last few years.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
The parts of the Padres baseball that you've enjoyed, that's mostly AJ Preller, and maybe the parts that you don't enjoy right now, that's also a lot of AJ Preller.
Yeah.
I mean, the good and the bad. We've gone through so many cycles of rockstar GM to get this guy out of here, to extend this guy, to get this guy out of here. I mean, we have been riding this AJ roller coaster for many years.
Yeah, I'm sure every fan base does it, man. I'm except for the Dodgers.
AJ isn't the problem. Hitting is the problem.
All right, just hypothetical.
But he hired the hitting
He hired
coach.
all the hitters and the hitting coach.
Right, he's got the hitters. He's the one that gave the hitters the extensions.
Major hypothetical. Now, AJ does have a new contract.
We don't know the terms.
We don't know the terms. If people really do want Craig Stammen fired, whether that's today, next month, at the end of the year, Is there any scenario in which AJ hires another manager?
Absolutely.
Of course.
AJ, I can almost not guarantee you, but I would bet a good sum that AJ will hire the next manager of the Padres, whoever that is.
Crazy.
I mean, yes, because of the new ownership, that kind of throws things a little bit into question if this season truly goes disastrously. But I think they're part of the reason, they were sold on the Padres is sold on AJ Preller's vision.
Sure.
And I don't know that you change that because of a bad month, that you changed your entire vision for why you bought the team and what your plan was but we'll see. We'll see what happens going forward.
That's a good question. Commendatory. Is it common not knowing the details on GM's contracts? I mean, I really only covered this team. I couldn't tell you what Brian Cashman's new deal is, if it's 3 or 4 or Dave Dombrowski, what he's.
It's not common in that
when he's up.
Yeah,
that's about it. Like, I've got a year left on my deal.
It is this way because AJ wants it this way. And if he's not telling and his agent is not telling, and he's told the Padres don't tell, there's no one else that should know that information other than those people.
I don't know why
most of the time it gets out there because, the agent wants to know, hey, I'm doing a good job. Anyone else want to hire me as an agent?
5-year deal.
So you have to make sure as a client, you're like, nope, I'm sorry. I know you'd like everyone to know about this, but I would prefer it if you kept all this information secret. But that's what AJ doesn't want to go through this again. So he could be on a 1-year deal. He could be on a 15-year deal right now. And
no idea.
We don't know. And he won't tell us.
I'm guessing it's not a 15-year deal.
Yeah, probably
also
not.
my guess.
All right, one last timeout. It's Ben and Woods. We will come back. I've been promising it forever. We will get to our MLB
Such a
reach around.
Tease you are.
I know. I've been teasing it, and it's a good one too. We'll get to that coming up next. It is Ben and Woods, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 0000466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
There are 4 games that they offer at 7 Mile Casino. They each have their unique charms. Woods is a fan of California-style blackjack.
Shocker. I like
the
that
object
immediate
of the
rush.
Game, don't go over 21. Close to 21 as possible without going over. You try to beat the dealer. Texas Hold'em poker, the Cadillac of poker, as they say. 2 hole cards, 5 community cards. Make your best hand, 3 rounds of betting. We've got Pai Gow poker, 7 cards. You make a 5-card hand and a 2-card hand.
Yep.
And try to beat the dealer's 5-card hand and 2-card hand. And then there's Baccarat. Still don't totally get it.
Me
I
neither.
think you're trying to get close to 9. It's kind of like blackjack, but you can go over and try to get close to 9 or 19 or whatever. I still don't get that one entirely, but if you like Baccarat, you can play it at 7 Mile Casino.
Well, they'll teach you, certainly. They'll teach you how to do it when you go there. It's a great place, smoke-free environment, slot machine-free environment. It's a place for card players, and it's upscale. Really, really good food. Highly recommend the Asian pork chop, the salt and pepper wings, and then chase it down with some Kung Pao chicken. It's quite a meal. I think you can do it.
Get a 35% discount if you're a player at the table. They like to take care of their regulars, their high-limit players. They do a good job of that at 7 Mile Casino. If that sounds like you, check it out today. 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Has the levee broken yet? When the levee breaks, you got no place to stay.
The only levee I know is the one you drove to the Chevy to.
Oh, God, that's right. It was dry, though.
It was dry.
It was dry. It was so dry.
This doesn't really matter.
That's fair.
All right, final segment of Ben and Woods, and we got a few minutes left. I've been teasing it all day. Let's get to it. It is time for our MLB reach around.
Use your words.
Fix your camera. You're
What's wrong with it?
Just at
Look
the
at the
bottom of the
screen.
screen. Like we barely see the top of your head.
All right.
They're doing the
Reach around.
They're doing the
Reach around.
Everybody's doing the
Reach around. All right, the rest of Major League Baseball was pretty interesting last night. Mentioned it earlier. Paul Skeens against the Dodgers. It was 2-2 game after 6, and then Skeens left, and the Dodgers immediately scored 10 runs in the 7th inning, including an Andy Pages home run in a 12-3 win over Pittsburgh. The Marlins got a 10-6 win over the Arizona Diamondbacks. Frustrating night for the D-backs, who scored 3 in the 8th to tie it, and then immediately gave up 4 in the bottom of the 8th as Miami gets the win. So the Padres and Diamondbacks still tied for second place and tied for the third and final wild card spot in the National League. The Colorado Rockies scored 7 early runs. Former Padre Colin Ray in a 7-3 win over the struggling Chicago Cubs. And the Nationals got a Luis Garcia Jr. home run early to double up the Giants 6-3. That's your NL West. The rest of baseball looks like this. The St. Louis Cardinals, one team that's taken some advantage of all the other team struggles in the National League. They win again, shutting out the Mets 7-0. Dustin May and 2 relievers combining on a 5-hitter. The White Sox, this was a fun one. Against the Atlanta Braves, we mentioned on the show yesterday, Braden Montgomery was going to make his major league debut.
What's better than this, man?
Top prospect for the White Sox. He is called up, comes to bat, down 5-4 in the bottom of the 10th inning with a man on, and hits a 2-run home run down the line in his major league debut. Just the 5th player in 125 years to get a walk-off home run in his major league debut.
Dude.
Doesn't get any better
It
than
does
that.
not get any better than that.
It's almost too good. Like in your
Don't wanna
first
go
game,
down.
you go 1 for 4 with an infield single. You are elated in our MLB
Chance
opener.
to be a hero in his major league debut. Tying run at third, 2 outs. The 0-1. Montgomery hits a fly ball pretty well. Deep left. And it is gone! He's won it! No chance! An opposite way. 2-run homer. Braden Montgomery coming around third. He's going to be mobbed by his teammates.
Incredible.
Saw a hug with his dad after the game. Just
so cool.
Such a unbelievable story. And the White Sox continue to be one of the best stories. Braves, meanwhile, lost Ronald Acuna Jr. with some hamstring tightness earlier in the game.
Yep.
He came back, played well, but just can't quite kick the injury bug. But the Braves are just fine. The Blue Jays also got a walk-off. Dylan Cease returned with 11 strikeouts. Was a no decision, though. And it was former Padres catcher, minor league catcher, Brandon Valenzuela, who got the walk-off single for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the 10th inning to beat the Phillies 3-2.
It's wild, man, how he has thrived in Toronto. So much, in fact, that their fan base is like, yeah, when Alejandro Kirk comes back, we're good. We're just going to roll with Brandon Valenzuela.
I will say that the player that the Padres got for Brandon Valenzuela in that trade is currently hitting what on the big league level? I just
he was your 5-hole hitter last night.
500. He's got a 500 average and an 1167 OPS.
So, I mean, look,
I'm talking, of course, about Will Wagner.
One of those trades that works for everybody, apparently.
In his one game and
tongue in cheek.
2 at-bats with a walk. Very nice season debut for Will Wagner yesterday. Let's see. The Royals beat the Rangers 5-3. Jack Caglione hit home runs in the 5th and 6th innings for the Royals in the win. Yankees got the first Major League Baseball home run from Spencer Jones.
Encinitas Little League, shout out.
Yep, 3-2 win over the Guardians. Jazz Chisholm Jr., though, had the go-ahead home run in the 8th inning, and he did it by quieting the fans who were chanting overrated.
Yeah,
as
always
he hit
a good
the
bit.
home run. That is a good bit if you can get it.
Pirate fans were yelling Shohei sucks last night, and then he didn't go. I don't think he
doubled.
Went.
And
doubled,
then Pages homered, I think. Yeah. Didn't homer, but
always a good bit, guys. Keep it up.
Yeah. Let's see. If I haven't mentioned any former Padres, Nick Martinez went 7 to get his 6th win. His ERA now 2.43. Rays beat the Red Sox 4-3.
We should just do the former Padres reach around.
Yeah.
Just go around.
Not a bad idea.
Randy Arozarena never played for the Padres.
Rumored,
He's
though.
rumored a couple times. Yep. He had a 2-run homer in the 10th to lead the Mariners past the Orioles 6-5. A lot of extra inning games last night. A lot of walk-offs last night. The Tigers got 2 home runs and 4 hits from Dylan Dingler. They beat the Minnesota Twins 10-4.
Who did it?
Dylan Dingler. The A's were held to just 5 home runs this time in their second game in Vegas.
Just
Dylan
5.
Dingler. It was a much Dylan Dingler. It was a much more reasonable final score in their 7-5 win over the Milwaukee Brewers. And the Angels scored 7 runs in the first 2 innings in their 10-1 win
He really is a
over
fullback.
the Houston Astros.
He just doesn't care. He's just
Dingler.
put his head down.
I'm getting through this reach around. I've been waiting all day
That's all he's talking
to get
about.
through the reach around. One other baseball note, the Milwaukee Brewers doing it again. They signed prospect Luis Lara. Don't know if you have any cards of Luis Lara to a 7-year, $31 million extension.
On it right now.
With incentives, the deal can Lara, Luis Lara. Incentives could be worth up to $79 million. Another guy,
Wow.
One of those before he even starts his big league career extensions, like they did with Jackson Churio already. And we've been seeing this more commonly around baseball, where you identify a top prospect, you give him some guaranteed money and hope that it ends up being a steal in the long run. Padres, of course, did it with fairly early with Jackson Merrill, not before his major league debut, but signed his contract extension. We all claimed it was a very team-friendly deal. Obviously, Jackson's been struggling this year. I don't think I'd undo that deal, though.
I don't think I'd do
I think we'd undo the Manny deal if we could.
Extension,
like
yeah.
Manny or not, I think we would undo that one if we could.
Yeah.
I wouldn't undo the Jackson deal.
No,
I
I'm
still
with
think he's going to be okay in the long run, going to be a good player for the San Diego Padres.
I think so too. Why didn't we go the entire day without mentioning Dalton Rushing last night, trying to severely injure the shortstop for the Pittsburgh Pirates?
I feel like if
in an
we
illegal
talked
slide.
about everything that Dalton Rushing did that was problematic, it would just be our entire show every single day.
That's true. That's fair. You would prefer to talk about Dylan Dingler every chance you get.
Well, he had 4 hits and 2 home runs.
Pretty good. He's got 16 bombs.
Not going to put him in the reach around.
He's got 16 bombs.
Anytime that you can combine Dingler into the reach around,
got to do it.
You got to do it
every time.
All right, this hour on The Fan brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Braden and Frank live from the loft at Petco Park, heading into some pregame. Sammy Levitt at 12:10. That's it for us, though. We'll talk to you tomorrow for 3 hours in a roundtable. For Polly, for Woods, I'm Ben. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, everybody. So long.